Ready?
Shit. Go.
Oh, okay. Marco, what's up? Where's Pete at?
Oh, damn! Where's Pete? All right, we're working on new intros. I just want to show off, that's just amazing in itself. We've got a lot to cover. Corban has already watched the Batman movie, so we will not spoil it for you, but he will give a spoiler-free version of what it was, and I will make fun of him for watching that movie. And then we will proceed to do a ranking of Batman-type stuff. We also, because a lot of you asked for it, I grabbed a couple. I bought a whole case of the new Pokemon Brilliant Stars Pokemon, but I gave all the rest of them to my kids. So we've only got 2 packs, but hopefully we can open something big in those. That'll be towards the end. And I will cover Great Lakes Comic Con. We've got some Great Lakes Comic Con video, including somebody who's going to do pickups. Dan the Man's going to show us what his booth looks like. We'll show you how not to do a booth, i.e. my booth. It was a mess the whole time. And we'll tell a couple stories about some of the people we met. We still have to edit some of those videos. I was kind of behind on it. So we'll see what happens. Pete, I think we have a segment called, Ragusin and Wizard have been going back and forth all day. And Dan, it's good to see you too. But I think we have a little thing called news. So before we get to all the Batman and the Comic-Con review news and opening of packs, let's do that.
Yes, we do. We have the news. And at some point, we may have somebody else dropping by.
Oh, that's right. We might have another one too. Mm-hmm.
We'll start the news.
Okay.
All right.
I did not look at the news. I've been busy. Busy.
I got to see if I remember the news. But this is our news for today, March 2nd, 2022.
Let's go.
We will start off where we always do, with the box office report.
All right.
Oh, good Lord.
What?
Why are you so down, Marco?
Well, because they haven't given the Batman numbers yet. So we're going to have to Uncharted. I got to hear how Uncharted was such a great movie because it had no competition.
Hey, it is. It still remains on top.
So good. What could you go to watch? I'd have 2 tickets for... Wait, what's Uncharted? I don't know. It's the only movie playing. So let's watch it.
Spider-Man's still playing.
Hey, what's up, Obi?
And Dog. I don't know why they named it just Dog, but that Dog movie's still out. People like dog movies.
Yeah.
There you go. Uncharted's still number 1. But yes, ahead of Batman, as the world braces, as the article headline read, as the world braces for the Batman.
Yes, as the world braces for the Batman. I had an interesting conversation with somebody over the movie things too. We might talk about it later. The Batman opening weekend estimates.
Yeah, they upped their estimates. They were saying like 100, like early on, but now they've kind of upped it. The budget is 200 million, but they are now upping their estimate to maybe 125 for this weekend.
I think it might do a little bit better than that.
That's just domestic. Worldwide, they're getting closer to like 180, maybe 2.
Yeah, actually, that's a very interesting point because that's what I was talking about worldwide and worldwide sales and what are people viewing worldwide from now on, and how hard it's going to be when you're not doing it. You're not showing anything in China anymore, which is kind of like the double up.
Isn't this going to be played there though?
This one might.
Will be. Yeah, I heard it.
Marvel,
not Russia, but
Russia's down. But Russia's another big market for it too. But hopefully, Batman plays there and DC stays. We were talking more of the Marvel end and how maybe some of their stuff doesn't. No, you're right. You correct me. It's all right. I'm all over the place today anyway. So, but no, I think this one will probably be closer to, because of what I'm hearing. You could take your wife to go watch an 8-hour long pre-cut Batman movie with a vampire that sparkles in it. So yeah, it'll probably do 200.
Well, hold on. Okay,
right,
we'll wait.
Next up.
Wow.
We'll let that slide.
Wow.
Next up.
Slander.
We'll stick with DC for right now. But Joe Manganiello, if I'm saying his name right, is teasing maybe coming back as Deathstroke. This IG post with his new profile pic. So,
Corban, what do you think of this? First off, I don't think he's teasing. I think he just had some cool art because hasn't really done anything, and he's just.
That's true, but I still think it would be a good Deathstroke.
You think he would?
Yeah, where is he going to fit in? Are we talking about the Elseworlds Batman movie? Are we referring to I like it? No, I think that in the scene that he was in, I say scene, solid, right? I guess that would determine the direction that DC is going. Right now, there's 18 different directions. You have, a DC EU with Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Aquaman, Shazam, and apparently Black Adam. That's all confirmed. You have an Elseworlds Joker. You have an Elseworlds Batman. Where is he going? Is he going to get Elseworlds Deathstroke? Are you going to tie Deathstroke into? Oh, I forgot the Suicide Squad. That's going to be interesting to see. Yeah. It's going to be interesting to see where he slots in.
I will tell you that Squad is now in the universe because Peacemaker show, which is connected to Suicide Squad, they confirm that's in the universe.
My fault about
that. If you do it as one of the one-offs, because I'll tell you this: at this con, we sold a 9.6 of this book, a 9.8 of this book, and a raw copy that was probably a 5 of just this book.
Really?
They sold for good money, because we weren't letting sales go for cheap. Yeah, so that was in a 2-day mid-size con. So, people are looking for this, and actually Vigilante too was. I think we sold 5 copies of Vigilante. That's ridiculous.
He was a fun character.
Yeah. No, I know. I get it. All right, next up.
That's still affordable. That's not like a crazy, insanely priced book. The Vigilante one.
It's not.
This one's a little more surprising considering we don't have any solid leads on anything.
Mm-hmm.
I was just naming things in Teen Titans.
But just to note, Spidey is still making money, and it did pass Titanic. Woo-hoo.
Good.
I don't like Titanic.
I've never seen Titanic.
Other shit.
I saw it.
What happens? The ship sink?
Yeah.
Okay.
Boredom ensues.
All right, cool. I think I know what the movie is because it's been told so many times about people watching it. There's a band apparently that plays, and DiCaprio holds some girl on the front end, and the ship sinks.
Yeah, it's just. Yeah.
That's just all right, cool.
So apparently Matt Smith isn't playing Lucius Crown, but now is going to be some newly created character called Milo.
This is what I had a thought about this because I had heard this. I had a thought about this. Do you think Marvel's finally? What's this?
That's who Lucius Crown is.
Oh,
or Hunger. I think his character's name's Hunger in the comics, so he's not playing him.
Reminds me of Six from Six and Stone.
Do you think
that 90s Marvel villain thing?
Do you think Marvel has finally figured out? Listen, there's going to be a bunch of suckers who will tell you that this character's first appearance is going to be, instead of showing first appearances of characters, have them come out after it's announced in a trailer or shows up in a trailer, and then they start doing it, putting it into comic books so they could sell. Morbius doesn't sell that well. Let's be real.
No.
But they can up it all of a sudden. You can get all these suckers to go out there and buy it and be like, oh, Morbius is low print run. So this is going to be super low print run. And then it's going to put, every store is going to have 100 of it because this is coming and then they're already going to pre-sell it. Because if they are, that's very smart to do because there's a lot of people
far ahead.
I think they do. I think they have with their secret printing. I think they're starting to learn lessons here. I think they are with what they've done in Star Wars. I think they're finally catching on.
Too many moving parts. That's too many moving parts. You're going to have to get Sony on board to follow with that plan. So Marvel Comics can sell They're not going to. It just Sony is being Sony.
Hey, I don't know, man. We'll see. We'll see.
The thing that I read is just basically they're just mashing up the character of Hunger with a person who I think was in Morbius's first appearance, his friend or something.
You know what? Okay, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to send you a new Rennavision shirt if that happens. If after this character shows up, they have a comic book within a month before, a month after.
Hey, I want
with Milo
wants to buy it. Yeah,
I want to buy right now.
That's it.
Well, is it going to have this character? Not to say they won't try to sell Morbius comics. That's not what I'm saying.
But I'm saying, are they going to they're going to introduce new characters to the
they
TV
do introduce
show.
This character or characters from the movie in said comic books? Yes, then I will say you were correct.
Okay,
I doubt that for this.
Okay,
okay,
interesting.
We'll see.
I like a friendly wager.
Yeah,
just like
$1.
Uncharted wasn't going to open number 1.
Yeah, I was wrong. Look, it's one of us is big enough to admit when we're wrong, but
yeah, I'll admit it when I'm wrong.
You got to stand above 4 or 5 to get that high.
Oh boy!
No, that ain't a shot. That's a joke.
I know.
Get out of here.
Anyway, let's keep on with. We'll move away from Sony.
Low print, yeah. I'm low print runner. Exactly what Darth Lopez has got. There's a lot of people out there. There's a lot of people out there lately saying stuff. A lot of apps saying stuff's low print, running hard to get, and it's like, yo, man. Perfect example.
I'm gonna use that on my speed dating line. Actually,
I went to 4 comic book stores
and hard to find, baby.
I went to 4 comic book stores and picked up 4 of these, all for under ratio. Like it's not like we got to stop saying stuff is low print and hard to find. Actually, which is really funny is one of our fans has reached out to me. His grandpa and dad used to own a comic book store. He owned a comic book store up to 2000. So I think maybe bringing him in and kind of talking about some of those things might be. Because people sure as shit don't listen to me. What's up, Joe? Next up.
Oh, next up. Well, we'll go with Doctor Strange. And yeah, I guess it's a spoiler, but everybody's been saying it. And he finally confirmed that after being cagey, yeah, that's my voice. That's me.
Did he say he was Professor X, though?
I don't think he said he was Professor X. He just said he was in the...
Why wouldn't you say... Him. Listen, old man. Look, before we send you to a Star Trek movie, you better come clean and tell us if you're Professor X and we're getting some mutants. Because if not,
I'm interested to see where they go from there. I hope not, though. I hope this isn't the spawning of that. I think that, and Patrick Stewart said himself a couple years ago when he was first talked about, when he first admitted his involvement with Marvel, he said, "Listen, the send off in Logan was great for that character." You can bring him back if,
but that Marvel bag is a lot bigger than that Fox bag is.
Oh, absolutely, and that's why I think. And if anyone can do it right, it would be Marvel. I just hope they don't for story's sake. But that's just me. I'm going to say it for the story. But again, you said it. Marvel could dig in their pockets a lot deeper.
They got a big bag,
They can do it fast, and he can say, "Make it so." So
they'll just convince him it's not the same Professor X. Your Professor X still went off in the sunset how you wanted to. This will just be a one-off little fun moment for people to watch.
Yeah, very much like WandaVision with Pietro.
Oh, where they give the nod? Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I can see that. All right, fair enough. He's left. What's up, leftover?
I don't know why this. I don't know even why I put this in here, but yeah, maybe we have another new variant, Doctor Strange, because there's a pop that has Supreme Strange.
Supreme Strange. People have been thinking this Strange is going to show up, right?
Yeah, most definitely. Yeah.
This is why when I go, we should go over all the Stranges because they're probably going to have every Strange in this movie, and you're like, yeah, maybe, but let's do some DC stuff anyways because Corbin likes DC stuff. I think we should. I think we should DC crap right out and done. We'll maybe do some Strange stuff. We got some other stuff in the plans.
Batman week.
Yeah, Raja Ghul. We had what?
It's Batman week, baby.
Double J's. What's up? You coming by?
Sir Patrick can indeed do that.
Oh, he can do whatever. Leftover Zaggy. How come your IG is completely different than your name of the thing? We couldn't find.
I don't know, but here's just Taron Egerton. I guess he would be on board if they asked him to be Wolverine.
Can he have facial hair?
I don't know. I don't know.
Thank you, Corbin. Shake your head. No.
Like, I mean, he's the right height. He can get the right build.
I mean, Joe Schmo up the street's probably the right height. Like, he's short. Like,
yeah, but we're not looking for kids. We're not looking to start up with Nudo
he might be just a little too pretty to be Wolverine.
Yeah, and also too, like Wolverine's rugged and down. Like, I look at I'd be scared of Wolverine without his costume on. I'm not scared of him in anything.
I will say this: I love him in Kingsman. Right, like he's good in Kingsman. But can you see now? This is the problem. Are you going to see him play Canadian? Because I mean, even if you're the best you can get is French, and he's British. Like you're always going to see him as this like little cute pretty boy that plays.
I mean, that's British. That's like saying, listen, I like the actor for James Bond. I don't want to be Superman.
Hey, if they do a Backstreet Boy biopic, he'd be great for it. But I'm not quite sure we're getting
Elton John already. You can't do Backstreet Boys.
Oh, he was Elton John. He was damn good in Elton John. Yeah, that's a good movie. That is good. But that's what I'm saying. That's down his line. He can play that. Elton John don't got no facial hair either.
Mm-hmm.
Just saying. Hey, JJ.
I don't know.
Does Elton John have any facial hair? Have JJ play Wolverine. He got the facial hair for it. I got the back hair for it. Let's go. All right.
Shaved down the chops. I got
How
one.
How are you putting this in the chat while you're going to come in here, dude? Seriously? I know what he was, but that seems rugged. I don't think people even know. You're on mute. I don't even think people know what a Canadian accent sounds like, eh? So, oh boy. Yeah, eh?
Hey.
Oh, yeah. Let's go to Tim Hortons, eh? What, We got a Harvey burger,
hey,
eh?
JJ.
Okay. Next up, eh?
Howdy. Nice to meet you, yeah.
Sorry to all our Canadian fans. I'm not making fun of you.
Yeah.
But I am, but I'm not.
Let's talk Beetlejuice. Who else wants a Beetlejuice sequel? Did anyone want a Beetlejuice sequel?
Why do we ruin good things?
I don't know.
Why? I mean, why? This is this is the most anti-Marco thing you can do. You have something that's a masterpiece. And what you're going to do is squat over the toilet bowl after eating Hot and Now and and Taco Bell at 4 a.m, and you're just going to go, why? Why?
Yeah, I don't like it. I don't know why. I like Keaton. It's got nothing against Keaton. I just don't think he has that manic energy, nor do I want to see him try to
look at this
Beetlejuice.
There you go.
Yeah, Ronnie. Yep, Ronnie.
He's at the movie right now. He's texting us while he's watching our show while watching Batman.
That's dedication. Ronnie, it was bomb, though.
Is it a sequel or a remake?
Beetlejuice will be a sequel because it also said Winona Ryder was on board to.
Oh, good Lord, no.
What?
No.
So maybe
weird. If it's the original team, then I'm okay with
it. No, sir.
I didn't read anything about Burton, but
look, there's only one guy in there who probably is halfway decent still. Even why no? Have you seen her lately act? Like she was kind of a good actor in her era, but she's stereotypical like early '90s actor. Like
who are you talking about?
What's her name? The girl that played in here.
Oh, Winona Ryder.
Ryder.
Gina Davis or
no Winona Ryder. Oh, geez,
you're gonna get Alec Baldwin back.
Gina Davis. Have you like? I'm sorry, but Gina Davis. Anybody who gets like, just could we age naturally? Like we don't need to be doing all that to our face. You know what I'm saying? It ain't helping. Dudes too. There's some freaky looking dudes out there. Stop putting stuff in your face. Stop.
There are.
Just don't do it. Don't do it, man. All right, next up.
Yeah. Anyway, we're gonna go over to the streaming side of things.
Ooh, I'm excited for the news here.
Let's see what we get. Well,
Disney Plus, baby, let's get it.
I was in the middle of the final show. I only got to finish Jessica Jones season 3, and I've gotten through all the Netflix shows. I'm 3 episodes in, and now I got to wait a couple of weeks for it to move.
So they did this in Canada, right? They announced that they're doing Canada. They haven't officially announced the U.S., but
they did. Now it is coming.
It's official now.
The U.S. Yes.
Okay.
So now it's opening the doors for parental restrictions that you're going to be able to add to other things. So Disney Plus will have some adult type
content. Thank goodness.
You ain't lying, Joe. Or Beetlejuice for that matter. You ain't lying. Okay.
Oh.
Yeah. Did you see that, Meg Ryan?
I saw the comments. I don't want to say it out
loud.
I feel bad.
But she did it to herself. I mean, there's a point where maybe it's a mental illness, so maybe we shouldn't make fun of it. I guess I don't know. But March 16th, Disney Plus will get the Netflix shows over there. So I think we need to rewatch Luke Cage. Maybe we'll do a ranking of these because I think people are underestimating Luke Cage. Go ahead, JJ.
Does this help or hurt Danny Rand's chances of sticking around?
No, it hurts. Matters. I think he's done. You know, the one thing that's interesting.
Everybody will be like, "Oh man, that was bad."
I had a interesting conversation, believe it or not, about this, and like Daredevil, true diehard Daredevil fans. Like I always thought this would go to Shadowland, and I thought it was great because if they kept it separate, but like kind of in between, you could do Shadowlands with it. And this guy brought up a point. He's like, Shadowland sucked, and I was like, oh, you're a Daredevil fan, aren't you? So like I forgot that people who are Daredevil fans hated Shadowland because he was possessed by some demon, and everybody else liked it because all the other characters that they never did anything with, like Heroes for Hire, Luke Cage, were done really well during the Kingpin was done well during that split. There's a lot of other good stuff going on there. So, but maybe this gives us the option to still get it and piss off Daredevil fans, which I mean that makes my day too. I like to piss off Daredevil.
I like Daredevil.
Yeah, but I like to piss the fans off more.
Yeah,
they're kind of pompous. What? They're like Batman fans.
The pot. Poke the bear. We got a countdown, March 30th, Moon Knight. So we got this pretty cool little teaser poster for Mr. Knight. I like it.
Yeah, it's a valid point. No, the poster that looks cool. Yeah,
I like the texture of the suit. Like I like that it's so even though it's all white, it's still
really. I thought it made it look like it was. I thought it made it look like it was like made out of a bathrobe. It just looked weird texture wise.
Really?
I like the texture of the suit.
I thought they did a better job than they did with the original.
Like white suit, like crisp white suit.
No, because he gets too many fights, it gets all cut up. I like this. Did you read the Mr. Knight thing? That was like after he cut off the face of what's his name?
Oh, yeah, Bushmaster.
Bushmaster and the Bushmaster put it back on. So, like, I really dig this. Yeah. I thought this was better than when they the other mask that they used at the beginning when they did the first promo.
Oh, yeah, with the glowy eyes. Yeah, it looked a little too Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yeah.
This still kind of has a little bit of that vibe. Maybe a little of Red Hood from the Titan show.
I do like how he has a pocket square, though. Mad respect for that. And he did a Windsor knot, which is good. Yeah, two things.
Not a double Windsor?
No, it's only a single Windsor.
It's just a single. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, moving on. We have a couple of cast actors for the Ironheart, the Riri Williams show, where we're getting her friend. This Is Us star Lyric Ross going to be playing her friend Natalie Washington, I believe. Who, if you read the comics, you know what happens to. She ends up becoming like her Friday, her AI.
Her AI sidekick. Yeah. I like this actually because this is believable. At least unlike Miss Marvel, where they turned it into a pudgy preteen, like that doesn't have a suit that can fit. We get. Have you? What are you looking at? Have you not seen the preview for?
I was looking at Miss Marvel. I was looking at the villain, but when you said it, my face was actually not to what I was looking at. It was the reaction to what you just said because, like, dang, she's. Listen, I disagree with the suit too, but pudgy and can't fit in the suit. Like, damn, like he's just ripping her apart for them.
Well, no, I think maybe it's okay. Sorry, maybe it's my bad because I actually read the Magnificent Miss Marvel. I've read Miss Marvel.
Oh, okay, so you're a fan. So this comes from a place that
so to give me some kiddie like dumbed down.
You're like pudgy crumb bum who can't fit in the suit, looking raggedy as I don't know what. I'm like, geez, okay, Mark.
I mean, it's like. I mean, they did like what was the kids the Fat Albert King? Like that's what they got going on over there. Like I liked it. Like, I don't want to see that as Miss Marvel. You know what I mean?
The show writer was in a McDonald's in line, going, "Hey, you want to be the star of Miss Marvel?"
Hey, I need somebody to play Grimace. No, I'll take you instead. And then kicks the fucking Hamburglar. I mean. No, am I wrong? I'm not wrong.
No,
tell me I'm wrong.
No words. I just thought it was a little cruel, but I ain't complaining. I'm not pushing back.
I'm not criticizing the way the young kid looks. I mean, Husky. I was a Husky too. I'm criticizing the casting decision. There's a difference. There's a difference. I'm not making fun of the.
You don't have an issue with her. You just have an issue with her being kept Miss Marvel.
Make sure that's clear. I'm not. I'm not.
You have an issue with her just the way she looks.
Miss Marvel's making out with dudes in the first book. She's in high school. They casted a 10-year-old.
All right.
Who hasn't hit puberty. Okay, go ahead. Sorry.
Let's give Marco that shovel so he can dig himself out of that hole.
Oh, that was hilarious. I'm sorry.
Move on to the villain potentially.
What's up, Derek?
For the show. Who
the M doesn't stand for McDonald's.
This is gonna be is it Ezekiel Stain that Ironmonger's son? It was Obadiah, right? Was that his name? Jeff Bridges' character in the first Iron Man. Apparently, he has his son, as he does in the comics, and that's who this guy might be playing as the villain. I don't know if I like that. Making somebody else to me, but
interesting. I was trying to look that up just now because I was not familiar with the Ironheart villain. But then Marco went off and I got distracted. But looking at it, I'm going to reacquaint myself here.
Yeah, I mean, she doesn't have like a great rogues gallery of villains that she can really pull from. But I don't know. I just feel like going back to Iron Man's villain son is kind of lazy.
Can I put this question out there just really quickly? Like, which one initially were you looking before they did all this? Initially, which one were you looking more towards before you found out Miss Marvel or Ironheart? Because I would have to say I was more looking forward to Miss Marvel.
Probably Miss Marvel because it was coming first, and I'm impatient, so I will take what was coming sooner.
Ironheart for me, I mean, it was closer to a hero I've actually seen already. Miss Marvel will be different for me.
No, fair enough. Good evening, Spider Girl. Oh, hey, now what? Nope. Good evening, though. All right, what's going on next up?
We'll leave that one there.
Leave that one there. We'll let that hang there.
We're gonna stick with still more Marvel stuff. Secret Invasion set photos.
No, Dan, you don't have to pick one, Dan. I'm just saying, like, but everybody does pick one. That's what we do. We rank everything. So I was just.
All right, you can comment on Dan's comment after I tell you what the damn.
Okay, go ahead. Secret Invasion.
I was in the middle of talking, and you're commenting about comments.
Okay. Go.
It's War Machine, and I don't even want to do it now.
What is this?
I got you.
That's a cool War Machine.
The MCU. There you go. I mean,
they're finally making it look like War Machine, which is nice.
Well, he was War Machine already, but now it's like Iron.
He didn't really look like War Machine. He didn't look like War Machine. He didn't look like a good one. So,
but there was a newspaper on the set photos where you see this is apparently Dermot Mulroney. I always get him and Dylan McDermott mixed up because their names are very similar and they kind of look a little bit alike to me. But I think it's Dermot Mulroney is the president in the new Marvel universe, I guess. And then there's Rhodey.
Dan, you know the writer from Miss Marvel was from Dearborn, right? Right down the street. Just so you know. All right, go ahead. Keep going.
I mean, you gotta like it.
Yeah, you do. You gotta support Michiganders.
I don't. I'm not from Michigan.
Yeah, he does.
Netflix.
Okay, go ahead.
Netflix is now going to be. They're testing. I don't know if you've noticed. They're kind of testing the waters already. I think with.
They better not do it with Witcher. They better not do it with Witcher.
I wish they wouldn't do it at all.
That shit so fast.
But you'd sign back up because you want to watch it.
No, Ninjago's in it, so I have to have it for the kids.
Yeah, no, they're not doing like so far they're not really testing week to week. They're doing like splits. Like they already split Ozarks. They're going to be splitting the Stranger Things series. Like they're I think they're testing the waters on splitting up seasons to get people to come back.
Am I the only one that there's so much content that like I really can't binge watch the whole thing anymore?
Yeah, I can't binge watch. Yeah, no, I can't.
Yeah, but the split works for me because that's how I watch it, like 2 or 3 episodes. So it doesn't matter.
I like the ability to binge because I like my time comes and goes, but like I don't want to be like, oh, now I'm free and I'm stuck. Yeah. Like, nah, put it out there and let me decide when I want to watch it. You know, if I choose to binge it, it's my time. You know, instead of Hawkeye, where like I just give an example here, where like I'm gonna miss 2 weeks. Like I had a block here on a Saturday where I had 4 hours off and nothing to watch, and I caught up on everything. Or I got to intentionally avoid spoilers and such for a week so I can let them build up, so I can finally have the type of joy. You know what I mean? That's my take.
I see what you're saying, but you're giving me too much credit to be able to organize and plan. I can't do that. But what I can do is say, you know what? Thursdays, my lunch times on Thursdays while working from home, I'm going to make something to eat, and I'm going to watch Peacemaker every Thursday for lunch until the show is over.
That's where I think it's going. That's where I think it's going to affect us. I think it's going to affect content creators and how they slice out their stuff, because I think a lot of our schedules, you know, rotate around that type of thing. Yeah. I mean, with us, we do 2 live shows, and if you don't think that we put some of our shows on, or I mean, we put one show on Wednesday for a reason.
We had to bounce around because of the.
Then we bounced around for Star Wars because we used to have it on the back end. Like on the old channel, I had 2 Star Wars shows because we had back end for when it came out on Thursdays, and then when it came out on Sundays, we moved. You know, we
do it Fridays.
Honest, I'm sure it's a money play too, because you get a 2-week free trial, so it's like now if you get really involved in a show, you got to stick around.
Maybe, but doesn't everybody
go on there and binge watch Witcher and then leave?
If you're gonna binge, doesn't everybody binge Netflix? Like, isn't that what they are? They should just change their name to binge. So like you're cutting off your. What does it say? They got us hooked and cut off nuts to that. Okay. Yep. Nuts to that. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah, I mean that's what it is. It's
now, you
got to binge. Like that's what it does. So
you'll be coming back. Like, man, you got any more of them Stranger Things?
I was really hoping you had some more Stranger Things, but
I think people forget about it.
Need my Witcher.
I think people are going to forget about it. To be honest with you, I think that's kind of what happened with like when you had comic book shows that were on the television. I think that's why they've done so bad. Is because when you had to come back and they didn't do too. I mean, if they do it
now,
what? That's what I'm saying. What happens now?
Yeah, I think that happens now, especially with indie titles.
That's what I'm saying.
When was the last time anybody talked about Sweet Tooth or like?
That's true.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
Kind of about that for like 2 weeks.
It's not like Netflix has the big. You know, it's not like they have big titles anymore, right? They don't have any more Marvel or DC. They've lost that stuff. So for those, binging is great for what?
They're making their own stuff.
Yeah. Bullshit that people only want to binge. That's what I'm saying, Pete. Like, are you going to want to binge? I
don't think
Witcher. I tell you this, you don't
release on the Archie universe.
You don't release Witcher 3. I guarantee
Riverdale
you don't release Witcher 3. Well, Witcher 3 all in one thing. Nobody's going to watch it. The ratings from season 2 to season 3 are going to fall off. It's going to be cut by at least half. Guaranteed.
Well, I'm saying, I think you want to binge. I don't know why you like. There's an element there that binging is good.
You guys are already jumping to the week by week. That's not what I'm saying that they're doing or what they're saying that they're doing. What they're doing is just kind of breaking things up a little bit. They're doing more of 2 binges. So they're trying to take a show. They're going to make it.
Let's see what happens in the second half of Ozark when everybody forgets that the second half of Ozark's coming out.
They're still waiting. It comes out in April.
Interesting.
Yeah. You keep them waiting. Look, man. It's just like old ladies. You keep your old lady waiting too long, she ain't gonna be your old lady
but
anymore.
Think about it this way:
if you
I don't know. Somebody waiting just for a few months, you give them something more, then you keep them waiting. The next season starts in a few months. You're not waiting an entire year until the next season, where you really can forget about something when it's not a year gap between content.
Fair enough.
Like, think of how long ago was Stranger Things season 3?
Yeah. What happens between your like it's like one of them, you with your high school chick, and then she decides to do a year gap and doesn't go to college with you. You forget about that, broad, man. College got high school. Because what happens is a bunch of other chicks are gonna be in college in that gap time. They're gonna hook you. You're gonna get hooked on them chicks all day long. Corban, that's how it works. You should go back to college.
Yeah,
Great place.
Go in. No.
Still talking high school. My old ass can't do that, so I can't binge a whole show. I can't take a whole weekend off and watch a whole show. Like, I got too many.
It's not about that. It's about you being able to start up and stop whenever you want to.
That's what I mean. It's the binging represents the freedom. Because I agree with you. Half the time that I binge, I'm not binging. It's just the fact that when Daredevil came out, I had the pleasure of watching 4 episodes in a row, and then maybe 1 episode over a couple of days, and then 5. I'm not waiting on other people have to navigate this increasingly treacherous social media minefield of Kingpins in episode 6 of Hawkeye, which I've been trying to avoid because I haven't been able to watch it yet, and I had to wait because when I had free time last week, nothing was on. You know what I mean? Like, it's stuff like that. I don't know.
And by the way, when you start covering stuff, like, that's it. Like, even watch The Witcher. We didn't cover Witcher season 2, but we did kind of cover Witcher season 1 because the Witcher season 1 was all in one lump sum, and then Witcher season 2 came out. There's a bunch of stuff that came out in between. And wait weeks.
Well, we can cover Blood Origin when it comes out. The prequel.
Till Marvel drops something super dope or DC, and then we just go on.
Anyway, we'll get off the whole binging thing, but we're still at Netflix because here's one of your weird indie titles.
You get arrested for that, and then that's a felony. You can't do that. You can't just hang out in lunchrooms. Okay.
So I like Fincher. I'm curious about him doing this killer storyline. I actually bought these. I didn't buy the original, like, French edition. Like, I think it was a trade or a graphic novel. But then or was it Archaic Press or somebody, a weird imprint actually made the loose comics.
What was it? Source Point?
Fassbender and Tilda Swinton.
Aftershock? Was it Aftershock or Source Point?
I did put the comic in here. Archaea Studios?
Archaea. Oh.
I don't know. But I did buy these a while ago. So I got them sitting around.
Did you read them?
Sit down and read them.
You're on anything Fincher does. Okay. What else?
Fincher.
Okay, cool. What else did he do?
7.
So the last thing he did was like 30 years old.
Panic Room. Cool. Curious Case of Benjamin Button. He did that Mindhunter show.
Curious Case of Benjamin sucked. What else?
The Mindhunter show.
On Gone Girl and
Gone Girl.
Mindhunter.
Gone Girl is okay.
Did he do Utopia? Who did Utopia? Was it him? No, I don't know.
I don't know.
Next up, he does some good stuff. He's 50-50 at this rate.
Yeah, I'm not counting Alien 3.
He's 50-50 at this point. Let's keep going.
We'll see.
Yeah, Fight Club was Joe. Fight Club was in the fucking 90s, in the mid 90s, dude.
No, it was 1999.
Was it?
Yep.
Shit, I'm older than I think. All right.
Because buddies of mine, we were talking about what was the best year for movies, and there was a little bit of a debate over 1999 was in play. I was throwing out 1984, possibly 1985. Some good stuff. Anyway, that's a discussion we can have another time.
Cinephile discussion.
But the Batman, the director said that there's going to be a second HBO Max spinoff series. This one might be connected to the Arkham Asylum, as opposed to the other one, which will be the Gotham PD one.
Now, I actually like that they have this stuff on HBO Max.
Yeah, I actually kind of into this. Mm-hmm. I like shows better than just movies, really. Like,
I'm waiting for Cape Crusader next year.
I mean, I think some of them are a little bit overrated. But like, if DC fans got to take wins on them, then they can take wins on them because it's the best, most of the best stuff they put out.
Yeah, so we'll see. And then we did get a sneak peek at some set photos at Brendan Fraser's Firefly costume, which, as you might guess, looks like a guy with a flamethrower and gas mask.
Okay,
there you go. Like, it's
Rocketeer mask.
Yeah, a little bit. It kind of looks like the. I think they did Firefly on Gotham, the Gotham TV show. It kind of looks very similar to that.
Mm-hmm. Only so many ways you could do Firefly, you know?
Yeah. You know this, like probably 2042, but Flash is coming out and that looks good. So,
still worried a little bit about Flash.
I'm not. That's the one they need to hit home run with.
Not big on Ezra Miller in that.
Yeah, I'm just not. Yeah, that's my thing. I'm just not. I didn't like the Ezra Miller casting of him. We'll see.
You're not in?
Yeah, I don't know. I just didn't. I don't know.
I'm with you. I really don't have an opinion on him either way. He's, I guess, a guy, you know. But I'm excited for the Batman element.
This is what happens. I like something and then everybody dogs it. So, all right, next up.
I'm just like that. Just not for me.
I mean, you certainly didn't like Miss Marvel. We made that clear.
All right, I got some animated stuff for you. I threw this in last minute because I saw this little bit. I got more excited by it because I thought there was more news than it actually was. But I was like, "Ooh, Invincible season 2 and season 3." But the news is just that they're working on it. There's no date announced or anything. But I got excited for a second, which is why.
Didn't they get stymied by that lawsuit?
I don't know.
When there was a lawsuit or something that made them kind of delay it or put it on hold or something.
Maybe, but they're making them now. Like they're currently in production, so we'll get it maybe the end of this year or next year. Is the rough estimates.
That sounds good.
Anybody watching this show? The Legend of Vox Machina?
I've not.
It's on Amazon Prime. I'm only 2 episodes in. I like it.
Good? Okay.
I like it. If you like, it's take of it like it's like Castlevania, but with a little bit of humor, a little bit more levity to it. Like it's an adult animated show. It's Dungeons and Dragons based, but so there's violence and there's cursing, but there's some of the jokes don't always land, but ultimately there's not too many. I like it. I like the vibe so far. Give it a look.
You shouldn't be hoping that any of these movies tank. Do know every time a hero movie tanks, we don't get better things. So, all right, next up, Leftover says this is dope. He says you're correct, Pete.
Yeah, see, yeah. But I'm only 2 episodes in so far. I just started it, but season 2 will be coming because they actually got approved for 2 seasons to start. So we'll see. These are based off of some web stuff that with the Critical Role or something. Anyway, Dungeons and Dragons. I don't know. I know I'm kind of geeky with that. But Futurama is coming back, as we know, and they are getting Bender back. So
so I bet you that book goes up in price.
So Bender is a set to return. So no worries, no concerns for you Futurama fans. It is coming back. Yes, again.
Third time
again.
There's Zaggy. I cannot put any of the like half the comments Zaggy keeps putting. I can't put any of the comments Zaggy in the chat's putting up there.
All right,
clean it up, Zaggy. Corban.
I can't read them. Oh well, yeah, he's right though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's why you guys like it. Weirdos. I do get coffees.
Just watch. Just give it a try.
No.
Twisted Metal. I could have put this in the streaming because it's going to go to Peacock, but they're going to make a Twisted Metal series starring Anthony Mackie.
It should be straight cock. Poppycock. That's not. Well, no, why?
I don't know. I don't know how they're going to do a series based off of cars running around shooting each other.
But starring Anthony Mackie?
Two video games from the games from the early 2000s that nobody remembers.
How did that rock movie with Rampage go?
I think it made money.
Yeah, it made money. Well,
I mean, if that's your biggest compliment, then this wasn't.
I know. That's what I'm saying.
Rampage is
like it was profitable.
Rampage is fairly legendary arcade game. This is a legendary PlayStation game, I guess, but a lot of people don't remember it.
Oh, Dark Lopez, thank you.
He's lying.
He's too kind. He is, but I appreciate the love.
I did a lot of that show, so you're lying, Dark.
I know, but I'll take it. I know, but
I don't know if this really is much of a leak. This is not what it looks like. This is just, they had all kinds of pictures, and I like.
Oh man, don't do. I was like, dude, that's dope.
So I was like, it'd be cool if it did have a folding touchscreen or whatever. But
yeah,
we'll see. But they're just leaking that it might be coming because there was some like NVIDIA, I think, is behind the processor inside. I don't know. There's some sort of leak that leaked the idea that there's another Switch coming soon potentially.
Mm-hmm. Okay, people love the Switch, man.
I bet NVIDIA puts a lot of money into it because their Steam Deck's making a lot of news for the PC.
That is true.
Just because they did it was good. Just because everybody wanted to go see Rihanna. It wasn't like, I mean.
Oh, yeah. Well.
Very true.
But Uncharted showed that video game movies can work and make the money. I thought Assassin's Creed was going to do it, but that didn't
quite. As long as you don't have anything else against it. Yep.
So I got some tabletop gaming for you.
Okay, let's go.
A lot of people play this Betrayal at the House on the Hill. I've never played it, but I'm intrigued by it. But they're going to have a 3rd edition coming out.
I think we should start a Twitch channel and play.
We should. We want to play some board games? I'm in.
I'll be down.
For sure. Let's do it.
I'll tell you, looks kind of fun.
Because nobody I know wants to play the Settlers.
Yeah, so the Settlers of Catan. Yeah, I'm in. Wait, Will Wheaton had a whole channel just based on playing these board games with. Granted, they were celebrities. I think that had more of a draw than maybe just us sitting around playing it. But who knows?
Celebrities in our own right.
With those guns, Corban.
And I know Sticks will appreciate this, but
baby, let's go.
Doctor Who Dungeons and Dragons coming.
Oh, okay.
This is not part of it, but apparently they have a T-shirt of this already of Doctors and Daleks, so I used it for this. But apparently there's a Dungeons and Dragons version that's Doctor Who based on its way. So
okay,
me and Sticks could play.
And Zaggy apparently.
All right, there we go. We're already building a crew. Lego. We do have some Lego. Gonna touch on this probably tomorrow for Dollar Bin Digging, but there's another Lego set for the Thor movie releasing there. I don't know. We see a monster. You got Gore. You got the two there. It could be, I don't know, the Midgard serpent. Maybe. I don't know what that creature could be.
Nice.
But it could be a Midgard serpent.
I'm
with claws.
I'm doubting this is movie. The more I see the Lego stuff, the worse this movie's looking.
Well, it's got goats and it's got this serpent.
Okay. I mean, sell now.
It looks like a small set. And then there's also going to be this minifig set that has these Endgame. This is the Endgame stuff, but it's kind of Thor related. So you got Meek, and looks like you got what's his name, the big rock dude that Taika Waititi played. Korg, Valkyrie, and
Valkyrie. Okay, cool.
Thinky. I don't know, but little minifigs.
Who's the actress behind Valkyrie?
What up?
Who's the actress that plays Valkyrie?
Tessa Thompson.
She should be the new Cara Dune. She should be the new Cara Dune.
Wow.
They have slightly different builds because she's pretty tiny.
Yeah, but she's a badass.
I'm not saying she's not tough. I'm just saying she's pretty
and
tiny.
She can, she can also act. So
if you want to make her like the character version, not just recast her, then it just won't work.
Yeah, because she can actually act, or because she can actually act.
You're like, man, what happened? You shrunk.
And
was she in
She was in
people tell you.
Yeah. The Creed movies. She was in the Creed movies too.
That's what I said. Creed.
This is for Jedi, even though I know Jedi's not here. I kind of stole it, so JJ. Well, you can probably reuse it for Sunday, but they might be making a metallic C-3PO figure. And if you're wondering what I mean by see, he's not really shiny. Like the ones they've made before, they're not shiny, but they might be making him shiny.
Okay,
so that would be kind
of
fun.
That.
You're gonna love the next one.
Please don't be shoes.
Oh, it's Gilmore Girls.
Reaches 10K.
Apparently, they had 10,000 ideas. Like people are supporting the Gilmore Girls house.
What the hell is the Gilmore Girls?
It's a show. I didn't watch it though, but it was like on the CW or whatever. I don't know, but apparently
short-lived, if I remember.
Yeah, it's not unlike the.
I know it's worth having that, but okay.
Yeah.
Do any of these things sell? I mean, who buys this crap?
The Friends set. I know how much of a fan of Friends you are, Marco. It's not too dissimilar. And then you have the other Friends set. So the Gilmore Girls is next.
What's the girl's hair in the bottom?
That's Janice.
Who now? I'm not worried. Just go. I don't want to get into it. Go. I don't care.
You asked for it, so you got
don't care.
We got some shoes.
Oh, Jesus.
Bad Bunny premiered these Adidas on one of his concerts recently. And why do I want to talk about Bad Bunny? Well, because he is in the WWE occasionally. So that's why we're talking
He's a ridiculous. Actually, you know what?
Pikachu shoes.
Not bad.
He does look like he tried. Yeah. He looks better than half the people they roll out in that crappy program.
Exactly. He tried. He's no Logan Paul.
Did they finally get rid of that kid, the little short kid? The kid that you're taller than?
What little short kid?
The little kid that was with Jungle Boy and what's his name?
Oh, no, he's on AEW. But yes, I think he might have gotten released. Marco Stunt. Shares your name.
Yeah. No. Yeah, he stole my name. I'm suing. All the lawyers now.
And then Gucci and Adidas apparently hooked up. So I know you're really looking forward
to that. Home House is dope, though. Dude. What's that?
Gucci and Adidas are hooking up together to make
My wife's so mad because she wants me to invest in that premium brands that have all these like. I'm like, who the hell are they tailoring to? But maybe
that's a good question.
But realistically, it's just like so they can make some, I guess, special Gucci Adidas sneakers.
Yeah, it looks stupid. I don't know.
There's some weird color ways that they had, but I just picked these two just to show the Gucci Adidas.
Oh, you speak the truth. You can't lie. Cornette has the best wrestling podcast. That ain't no lie.
Till we start to do one.
Yeah.
We got some toys. Peacemaker from Hot Toys. This thing looks kind of cool.
So good. I mean, like, I'm so glad this turned out. This is like, this is one of those things where you could criticize something in the beginning and then you can be wrong about it. Or not wrong. You can be right and then it can turn into something great. Because those first 2 episodes still are garbage. But wow, it turned out to be so good. The bird hugs thing. Oh my God, that played so well. He's been hugged by an eagle. Oh, I thought it. She's like, wait, yeah. It's like a message.
You named your eagle Eagly. How do you call your dog Doggy?
I thought that was okay.
I know. I liked it.
I actually liked it more when he's explained to the wife, like, I saw an eagle hug a man, and that's why I'm deciding to do this. It was just fucking brilliant. It was brilliant. The writing got so much better. That sucks.
Yeah. It's just these are too expensive for me to collect, so I don't collect the Hot Toys. That's all. Only problem, but they are cool.
What did you have a sword for? What did you use the sword for? Did he use the sword?
He used it early.
Okay, I can't remember.
But I can't remember either, but he used it early. McFarlane's got this special Walmart Wonder Woman coming out. I think it's available online already, but I don't know. It just looks like Angela, like from, a bunch
of dudes got this sticky already.
I don't know. Just not really too impressed by it, but it is what it is. But I do like this. I do like this thing he's coming out with, McFarlane. Did you see these? They're going to be doing these $10 little figures with comics again. I kind of like that idea.
I do too.
Are these actually more posable, or are they just?
They're only going to be the simple. They're going to be like 5 points of articulation.
Stop doing that 5-point articulation bullshit.
I think it's cool to have a little bit of toy. I like a toy in my comic.
No, I like a toy too, but like add a hinge. Just add a hinge or rotating. It doesn't cost.
They're only going to be $10 though. So I mean, that's why.
I see what you're saying. I mean, if it doesn't cost any more, then why not?
Yeah, I mean, just like put some hinges in them.
But because
have you bought these 5-point articulations? They're very junky.
No, I know, but these are the kind of things you can stand up at your desk. Like you put it at your desk, like at work, and there you go. I got my little flash guy on my desk. Didn't cost a lot. He can just sit there and get dusty. I do not like this Superman that they picked because I don't like the whole all blue. They're too much blue.
Me neither.
It's just too much blue. It looks like he's in his.
Might be cheaper, but still.
What the hell's going on? Yeah, hey, Zaggy, you know my opinion on those things, and I've been pretty right about them. So, McFarlane's a con artist too. Him and Leinfeld. I mean,
I'll get them for the comics. I'm definitely gonna get that 608. I need that.
Actually, that Batman looks sweet, dude. I'll be honest with you, it does look good, dope. Yeah, the 608.
Is that the Jim Lee?
Yeah, it's a second print cover, so
the Jim
Lee. Be a cheap way for people.
He's also they selling Jim Lee stuff too. His art's not even good enough to sell. That's what happened with Todd. His stuff wasn't good enough to sell, so he sells everybody else's pretty well, though.
Well, he didn't really do DC stuff. He did a little, but it wasn't his best work. He's going to sell Alien Invasion.
I'm sorry, what was his best work?
Well, it's probably Spidey.
You mean Spawn? Which is
I would agree. Too. Spidey was probably his best run. Spawn. I think underrated art.
Like his Hulk wasn't bad. I like the monster looking Hulk. Another one for Jedi.
Yeah.
Star Wars Vision statue.
Here we go.
But I like these Koto. I don't know how to say the name. Kotobukiya.
Kotobukiya.
There, yeah, whatever.
Yeah.
He's badass.
These are cool. These are cool statues. 250 is a little steep, but it is about a foot tall. So I don't know. It's kind of cool. Yeah. And we got comics. We'll just wrap up here with comics because there is a few things. We got Iron Cat coming. I know you guys are all excited to see Iron Cat comics.
Everybody's asking for that one.
Yeah, everybody hitting their back issue bins at their LCS is buying that Black Cat. What is it, 11 or 12? And then his B cover. I don't know. And then you had this on the Star Wars news on Sunday. We are getting that Mando adaptation as far as a comic.
That was the one that was supposed to go to IDW and came back over to Marvel. It's like 4 years in the making.
Yeah, so it'll be good.
Will it?
It'll be interesting.
Will it?
It'll be good to have comic books to actually collect and not just covers of things that are not inside the books.
True. Valid point.
Are you looking forward to Genis Vell coming back?
Another thing I don't understand. What Marvel is it 2000? Are we doing new again?
Yeah, new again now.
New. Okay.
New.
Raise your hand here if you're a huge Genesis Vell fan.
I don't know.
And there we are.
Yeah, so cool.
I don't know.
That you remember that great storyline with him in remember Annihilate? No. Remember
you want to get his book that has the first appearance of what's her name?
He has no good storyline.
Can't think of it.
Death of Marvel? Well, that's not even the same one, is it?
Philavelle.
Yeah.
That's his son. Yeah, no one cares.
Zaggy, good point. Not good.
All right. How about Black Widow?
I thought she died. I'm kidding.
No, but there is a big change coming.
I'm kidding. Really? Okay.
Who's reading Black Widow?
The Living Sword. Well, I'm getting it for the Hughes covers, but apparently there's some good. It's good stories inside, from what I'm told. I'm just behind on reading, but this Living Sword guy apparently he takes her arm, so we're gonna have a one-arm widow.
Yeah.
So.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, so it'll be a change for her.
That's actually interesting. Yeah. I mean, that's a character.
We end up like Bucky.
Exactly.
Winter Widow. Winter Widow.
Winter Widow.
There it is.
Trademark.
And then we were talking about before.
Wait for this. Oh my goodness.
The White Knight version of the Batman Beyond.
Yep. Set 10 years in the future from the original universe. So you do get a little bit of time. Right now, I'd recommend if people are reading Sean Murphy's Batman or have been reading it. I mean, obviously you had White Knight, then you had Curse the White Knight. In the middle was the Harley Quinn. I mean, you had a couple one shots. You get an Alfred one, you had a Victor Von Fries one. But the Harley Quinn one is like the bridge in between White Knight, Curse the White Knight, and this one. It's set 2 years in the future, and this one jumps another 8 years. So
are these going to be $10?
Huh?
Are these going to be $10?
Oh,
probably, but well, no, I'd say what
no.
seven. What was it last time? I don't even remember. Half the time I just put my books up and buy them. I don't really look at them.
Baller over there.
No, not at all.
Series though, right?
Just naive. It is. Yeah, I think it's like 8. He usually does 8 parts for his thing.
Yeah. But they're not the oversized comics. They're the regular size comics.
They're pretty decent size. Yeah, exactly. They're pretty decent size. I'm hyped for it. I mean, Sean Murphy's art is definitely an acquired taste, but I've grown to love it. I love what he did with the Azrael suit, and I thought that was going to be a great precursor to this, and sure enough, it is. It seems like he really knows what he's going to do.
His art gets really gritty, and you get like that apocalyptic.
Yeah, and he was really kind of hyped to take that artwork and do it in this neo Gotham style.
Yeah, I think it works.
Yeah. Plus, they want to keep the original like vehicles and a different take on Terry McGinnis and more incorporation of Jason Todd. I think story elements is going to be. No, obviously not. This is the Murphyverse, really. It's the Murphyverse. So I'm not really sure where this comes from. But then again, you were already dealing with the Bruce Wayne that was supposedly older anyway. So I mean, he's not gonna be that much older, but like,
Time out. That's not how that math works. It's 4 and 2, so that gives you 8.
Yeah,
that's not how math works. Zaggy.
It's 12 or 13.
That's our news for today.
That was a big news week.
We just took a long time through.
Oh, I mean, it was.
Yeah, I was yelling about stuff. All right, cool. There we go. News. Hey, do we want to do Batman review? Is that what we're doing next? Can we do a spoiler-free Batman review?
Okay. Well,
we're going to do that. I got to do the intro first.
Okay.
All right. Every time I watch, I'm in shock. I'm sorry. It's just always, oh, wow. Okay. Awesome. Thanks as always. All right. So I had the great privilege of watching the Batman yesterday. It was a fan event, IMAX, really cool. The theater was horrible, by the way. Like the seats were straight out of the 90s. That's my only complaint because we got to talk about the movie. I did get this really cool, dope comic, which is really it's just the Long Halloween #1 is just special edition because obviously the artwork with the main cast of the Batman. Exactly, nothing too crazy about it. Now, as for the movie, y'all. Two things. My first initial thoughts were this movie is long. Like, if y'all want to sit through the entire, like, it is long, but like it feels long. Like, you definitely want to use the restroom beforehand. I did, like, right before the movie started, and then I was one of like 50 million people at the end of the movie rushing line because you gonna be sitting for a minute. So watch how you time your sodas and everything. Watch where you sit because like you tuck in, get comfortable. It's gonna be a minute.
Start getting more and more on the edge of your seat, like you just start inching out.
Oh man! So with that being said, I'm about to say this movie was wow. It was really really good. I did not have super high expectations when the movie first was announced and everything. I really wanted them to go in the continued direction of Ben Affleck or do like a older, darker, like just give me a proper older Batman movie. I'm tired of going younger in the beginning of his career. I didn't want to do that anymore. With that being said, the way that Matt Reeves kind of put this movie together, it won me over within the first 10 minutes. You're immediately swept up in this Gotham that is decayed. Like it is, make no mistake, this movie is not a cheerful movie at all. I saw some critics that were like, oh, this movie's going to remind you of the real world, which is like, it's Gotham. Like I wasn't trying to go to Metropolis. Like it's absolutely light and sunny. I'm not trying to be cheered up watching this movie, and you won't be. It's a pretty dark movie, but like the tone is perfect. You are put into this immediately into the world of Bruce. I mean, it starts off and you see the impact he's already having on Gotham, but it's interesting because some pockets of the community are like really scared, others aren't. But anyway, we're not going to go too deep in the movie. The bottom line is that I thought it was superbly well done. It's an actual mystery, which is the one thing we haven't had ever in a Batman movie, with the exception, I will argue, of Batman Forever. We haven't had that. And honestly, the mystery in this movie makes Batman Forever look like a joke. So
that's what makes it look like a joke, huh?
Well, you know what? Listen, I'll argue for that later.
One of the things.
I'll argue for that when we get to our rankings. But like, well done. I don't think there was a single cast that was there wasn't a single casting that disappointed. Like Paul Dano was amazing as the Riddler. I loved the Zoe Kravitz and her chemistry with Robert Pattinson. It wasn't forced on. You can kind of tell the chemistry there. But at the same time, it felt natural. And she had her own story and her own arc within the movie that was interesting as well.
So can I ask you a couple questions? First off, they didn't do the Bruce Wayne's parent dying story thing again, did they?
They didn't. I mean, obviously they talk about it, but no, they didn't do any rehash of like any like slow-mo like. The
pearls. I didn't get to see the pearls again.
No, you don't see the pearls. You barely see her. You barely see like you see his dad in some old like archived footage. You barely see the mom at all. It's like a big part of the movie, and yet it's also like totally removed. I really thought that was cool how they handled that.
Number 2,
did they cast anybody interesting as the parents or like his dad, like a Jeffrey Dean?
Trying to remember who the dad was. Because he was an actor I was slightly familiar with. Now I'm looking just to make sure I know. Was it Matthew McConaughey? I'm trying to remember. I think it was Matthew McConaughey.
All right.
I have no idea.
I'm looking now. Yeah, I think it was. I'm looking just to be sure because he was like
They don't show the.
I'll take a look. You continue. I'll
My other thing is, like, I've heard this, so I mean, don't spoil it too much. But I heard like one of the big things that's coming out is that people were saying that it's they go more in depth into the villains than they give the villains depth in this. Which is something they haven't really done. Like it's more focused on them than it is actually on the focus of Sparkly Pants.
So yeah, honestly, when you're put into the world, Batman is Batman, right? Like he's there. So are the villains. They're established. Like you get a little backstory on Batman, not much. You already know what he's about. You get a little bit on Catwoman. But if you've read The Long Halloween, then you know the backstory you're going to get on her anyway. The rest of the villains are just there. You're in Gotham. It's like, here you are, deal with it. You know what I mean? Like, these are who they are, which I liked. I didn't need a rehashing of everyone. You're just put out there. But with that being said, like, it was, like, the way that it was done was super great. I guess the only casting issue I may have had an issue with was really Robert Pattinson when he was Bruce Wayne. Just because his Batman was perfect, and then if Bruce Wayne was just Batman without the costume.
Eric, this is all about the Catwoman. You get older.
Oh, dude, she was good. She was good. And they had so many good scenes in there.
He's doing a Matthew McConaughey line from.
Oh, I didn't realize that, but it was true. Colin Farrell was hilarious. In fact, every scene he was in, he stole. I love that they're setting this off for his own. There you go. I was about to say, I love they're setting off for his own spinoff because you were teased it and you can see how he works. You know his style. Like, it's funny in the trailer. Like, wow, I can barely tell that's Colin Farrell. But then if you have watched Colin in any of his movies, you can tell as soon as you start watching. Okay, it's him. But like, he immediately takes.
JJ hates him. JJ hates him. So
okay, we'll move on.
Not good actor.
Ah, come on, In Bruges.
What comic? What comic? That's not a comic.
Huh?
That's not a comic. That's actually a live poster of. We'll get to it later.
What are you talking about? I'm just saying. Watch In Bruges. If you don't.
No. I put something on the back wall, and I think somebody's asking.
Too many bad Colin Farrell things.
But this
one was solid. I will say. Like I said, the tone was great. I think for me, I was. I think no. So the Penguin doesn't have an umbrella at all. In fact, I don't even think they call him it. Like, they call him the Penguin, but like it's kind of talked around him. Yeah, no smoking. It was good. It was good. And it was ripped off of comics I appreciate. Like, if you've read Hush, you read Batman Ego, you read Long Halloween, you've read Batman and White Knight. Like, elements, bits and pieces of all that were taken and used, but in a way that if you're a comic reader, you'll know offhand. And if you're not, no big deal. You know, you'll know just from the story of the narrative of it what it is, but you'll also know in your head, wow, it was ripped off from these comics. And I love the fact that at the very end, they actually thank all of the Batman writers from like Frank Miller to like Scott Snyder to all these other ones who had a role, I guess, in it. But yeah, I would give this movie 8 out of 10. I don't even know what kind of review it is. I've never done a non-spoilers review before. So I'm trying to like go around it.
The only problem is that I've already seen it, and this is what annoys me now, and it all has to do with Snyder cutting. Like, people so the uncut version of this movie was supposed to be almost 5 hours long. People are already clamoring for the uncut version. Number 2, Dan the Man, I appreciate that. You should have the comic. Guess what? Corban was supposed to hook us all up, but then he didn't go out there and get any extra ones.
Well, I'm sorry.
Yeah, blame him.
I mean, I got a lightly used Batman Hush Noir, no? Anyways, yeah, I know. I'm sorry. I was really happy.
Well, but that's it. I mean, I just hope that's not what DC turns into. I hope they don't release a 4.5 hour, because that's even like the director's like, oh well, it was so good. I did 4 hours and almost 5 hours, but then I had to cut it down to 5. And like,
Joe,
people heard that. They're
so
like,
also, Joe, I don't want to push back and say that Michael Keaton, Val Kilmer did a good job as Bruce Wayne as well. I will, as you can tell when we start ranking, I'm going to defend Batman Forever with all my honor. But like, Marco, I'm sorry. This is the hill I have to stand on.
Well, it's going to be a small hill that you're.
No, but I just want to say,
doing Batman Forever. We're just doing Val Kilmer.
We're just doing Val Kilmer's Batman. No, but I honestly, you're gonna the scenes with Andy Serkis, although they weren't many, were very powerful. I think that was honestly like the beating heart of the story was the relationship between Bruce and Alfred. That I'm just gonna say, without spoiling, it's a unique relationship. I'll just say it that way. It's not what you usually think of Alfred and Bruce. I'm saying in terms of how they get along with each other. That's what I'm saying. That's all I'll say there. But yeah, really good movie. Very long. Like I said, when you think it's over, it's another 30 minutes. And another 30 minutes.
Yeah, so which one does he play worse, Batman or Bruce Wayne?
Huh?
Which one does he play worse, Batman or Bruce Wayne?
Well, he's Batman 90% of the movie. That's the good thing. That's what makes the 10% of Bruce Wayne jarring. Like, it's a long movie, but it's actually a lot of action, a lot of suspense. For the most part, he's in costume, actually investigating. Like, that was cool. Like, it's a 3-hour movie, and for like 2 hours and 30 minutes of it, he's Batman. For the other, you've seen the trailers. That's what he's Bruce Wayne, and it's not the greatest. It's just him, and they play a lot of something in the way. That actually is played a few times throughout the movie.
Okay, there is an end credit. We will not talk about it yet.
There is. It's not much talk. I'm not going to talk about it. Yeah. Robert Dano, amazing though. Like the way that it had elements of, it felt like a 70s movie with like a slasher kill vibe. Think like Seven, and then think Batman. Like that is how I would tier it in terms of how the movies were. Like the collective style. When you first see the Riddler, like I'm not gonna lie, I jumped out my seat. Like he definitely. That's a good one, freshman. No, the Riddler starts off for the first half of the movie like this. You would think you're watching a different type of movie with the kind of serial killer kind of vibe that he is, and then there is a transformation where you see him become like the Riddler that you kind of usually expect. But I think Dano just killed it as the Riddler. And listen, we're gonna talk about Kilmer. I'm ready.
I am a big fan of Real Genius. This saved on my DVR for a reason.
Yeah, Kilmer was one of the best castings of Batman we've ever had. Moving right along. Yeah, 8 out of 10. Highly recommend. Like, get your seats, y'all. I'm telling y'all. And don't be these people come to these movie theaters.
It's one in credit, right?
It's one. It's at the absolute end, and it almost doesn't even. I'm just gonna say it. If you do leave, you leave. There you go.
Yeah.
So the first 2 hours and 50 minutes wasn't enough. They gotta let me hang out of that credit scene. Huh?
Oh yeah, yeah. Oh, the entire time. By the time you leave, it'll have been well over 3 hours. By the time you leave the theater, if you wait till the theater end credits,
yeah, they're thanking every Batman writer.
Zach, you sending a link to that bootleg site now?
They did. I didn't leave till 10:20. Like it was a long movie, but at the same time, like I said, it's constant action. The music was great. The setting was great. Gotham feels dark and grimy and gritty. You feel like you're right there. I've already described every character, but I loved everyone. Like I said, slight knock to Robert Pattinson, major boost to Robert Dano, and yeah, there it is. Check it out, y'all.
Yeah, the only problem is when they're going to have to make Patterson play Bruce Wayne. I think you're going to run into a little bit of an issue, but sounds good. No, I mean it is. I mean it is what it is. Sounds good though. That's good. At least
are there movies? Yeah, are there no more? Yes or no? Nothing more.
Are there more than just Penguin and Riddler in the movie? Yes. Well, Catwoman is. You know that from the trailer.
Yes.
But
it would have been yes either way, but yes, exactly.
Yeah. Carmine Falcone's in there too, but he's
and I loved him, but I'll be quiet because again, he kind of sneaks up on you.
Okay, well, we'll stop talking about it there. There we go.
So, all right, what do we want to jump to next? Do we want to do the game thing? Do we want to do the tier list?
Do this. I'm gonna go take a peek. Go do this thing and see if the chat. They got this little game thing that Corbin wants you to play. So,
wow! I just thought it was interesting to look at.
Put it up there, and we'll see what they do. I'll be right.
All right. So the Batman, it teases this website, and it's actually I really can't say too much without revealing more of the movie, so I'm not going to say it. But anyway, the website brings you to just this. I sent it to Pete and Marco because if I was Batman, I'd be a dumbass Batman and nothing would be solved because I'm not really good with the riddles. So I asked them to help me solve it, and we're like, hey, let's try to figure it out together. But basically, the Riddler communicates through this sort of thing in the movie, and this website is, I guess, riddles from him. And I have no idea what it is. And so I thought we would try to figure it out just for a second.
Yeah, well, we could try.
But I've already tried, I'm first a fraud or a trick or perhaps a blend of the two. That's up to your interpretation. Like, what is it?
Yeah, it asked if I wanted to play, or said, let's play a game, just me and you, proceed. I said yes. And then it brought up the next thing. It's more than just a game. I am first a fraud or a trick, or perhaps a blend of the two. That's up to your misinterpretation. And a question mark. So we're supposed to type fraud or trick?
We're supposed to type
or the answer?
Yeah.
Or
am I supposed to type the answer or what?
Yeah. Well, that's what I'm saying. The way it starts, I think you're supposed to try the answer. Because I said a joke, and then he said I was wrong. And then I said it's a riddle, and then he said I was wrong.
Hopefully because the chat is behind us. Well, hopefully they can give us some guesses here. I am first a fraud or a trick, or perhaps a blend of the two. That's up to your misinterpretation. Fraud or a trick or a blend of a true. What is a blend of a fraud and a trick?
Halloween?
I mean, that would be April Fool's. I would try April Fool's, maybe. I don't know. That doesn't make any sense. It's March 2nd.
Yeah, a blend. Exactly, Eric. That's what's getting me. Blending fraud and a trick together.
A comedian. Now.
A politician.
And a trick.
Oh, I would try that.
Try what?
Politician.
Well, we get politician. We got lawyer thrown out there by Fresh.
Oh, lawyer sounds good too.
I was also thinking magician
too. Huh?
I was also thinking magician.
That could be a nice one too. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah.
A lie.
Now get me thinking Christopher Nolan movies. Prestige.
Inception.
All right, try. I think you get more than one try. So type in lawyer and then type in, a lie. But
we'll see. We'll try lawyer.
Colin Farrell's acting ability.
How will Gotham be
wow.
Like that? Have another go.
Okay. Type in lie. Type in lie.
I'll try lie.
Don't try lie. Try that.
Oh no.
Oh, too late.
Yeah, and then try politician.
Wait, what?
It's got to be something that's related to the movie, and since we can't give away.
I feel like you're not even trying.
With answers like that, I wonder
we get to keep guessing.
you said lawyer. You said magician.
No, I'm doing that now. I'm just going to give you the answer. Give it another try. Well, I'm not just going to give you the answer. Give it another try. Okay, so it's not lawyer, lie, politician, or magician.
Riddler?
Trick or treat. David Bowie.
No. First of all.
What midwit millennial came up with this? The guy who played the Riddler, I guess. I don't know, man. I'm not gonna lie. I thought it was cool. Like, part of me, and this is my allure or lack of allure with the Riddler, I could care less about the riddle. Like, it's cool right now to try this, but
it could be a riddle or a puzzle. It's probably a riddle or a puzzle, right?
It's David Bowie.
Maybe a puzzle. Wrong again, but let's keep playing. Want to try a new one?
Try a different.
No, and then try time puzzle and see what happens.
Well, it's asking me now to try a different riddle. So do I say
try a different riddle? Okay, try a different riddle. A hoax? Yeah, maybe a hoax.
Well, I can't if I say the new riddle.
Okay, just try. Yeah.
No, we're gonna say no.
A prank? Well, it's too late now.
All right, we got a whole new set of
guesses
here.
He said do it again. He did it again.
Yeah, do hoax.
Do it again. Hoax.
Hoax sounds good.
When you guess wrong, I guess you'd better try again.
Okay. What else
So
did you guys
puzzle. Put a puzzle.
Puzzle. Okay. I couldn't remember everything. You list a whole bunch of stuff off. I can't remember everything.
Or riddle.
Not quite. Better luck then.
Just hit riddle in it. Just hit riddle in it because it's probably something that has to deal with the riddle, right? Is this related to the movie?
Hell is an unsolved riddle. I don't know. No, I don't think so at all, dude.
Oh, okay. All right.
Anyway,
well, it's got really.
that was worth a try.
Taco.
A question.
Taco.
All right. Bottom line, it's hard as heck. No clue.
We'll see you later there, Fresh. We chased Fresh News off.
Yeah, we already lost the viewer from this.
Oh, well then, yeah, let's yeah. This game is one that we can wait till there's another thing.
Let's try this we might have. So everybody look at that, and next week we're going to try. And if we get them all right, we'll give away something, probably.
Yeah, that sounds cool. All right.
We're not going to get them all right.
No, because none of us is Batman like that.
So, all right.
All right.
It was interesting.
That's the riddle.
No idea. I got
to again.
Yeah, but it's like a Bible quote. So I don't.
Nah.
Okay.
Just leave it. We're leaving that behind. We'll worry about that later.
All right. Good job, everybody. Good job on trivia.
What do you want to go to next?
All right. Do you want to do the rankings or do you want to do story time with the con report? What do you guys want?
Ooh, cons.
You want to do cons? All right. All right.
I want to hear.
We can do that. I'll try to go through them real quickly. It's just going to be like a 20, 30-minute thing. We actually got a couple different ones. We're trying some new stuff with this.
Story time? Damn.
First off, I will tell you this. I didn't we were really busy at this con, so I wasn't able to get a lot of footage. I mean, like our booth and everybody's booth, I think it was a great turnout. It's a mid-level con, and like when I mean mid-level cons, like your top con for your state, whatever your state con's named after. Like ours is Motor City Con. That's probably the biggest one here. That's on the same level as like a Baltimore, or it's probably, it's on the same level as a Baltimore, or what's that in Carolina? Their big con out there.
Can I probably do intro for fun?
Yeah, go ahead.
All right.
So I'll try to. That's nice. I like it. It's hilarious. So I'll try to keep it short, even though I can't keep anything short. I do have 3 videos right now. I have to edit a couple more, but we're trying something new. We're gonna try this thing. One of them is like we had a friend of ours, James, and he did a second day pickup, but he said he was gonna show everything in a whole long box that he picked up on day 2. And then when I got to him, it was only half a long box, and then he only showed a quarter of the long box because he wouldn't show all the rest of his picks. But I think the more people get familiar with it and see that's not a bad thing, I think the more we'll get it.
It's in a book.
Take a look. It's in a book.
Oh, what is that from? That's from
Reading Rainbow, Pete. Great LeVar Burton.
Oh, man. Ron Simmons was so great. So just to show some quick pictures real quickly so I can go over them. These were on the IG, but this was Cad Bane. He actually took second place. But how dope did he look? He got robbed. He got so robbed, man. And he was posing. He had like the hat down. They started off. He came off. He didn't even look at the crowd. He was like hat down, pulled down. And all of a sudden turned and pulled the blaster out. I mean, my kids thought he was the best and he got robbed. So they gave it to Moon Sailor Girl. I mean, I've never sold anything to a anime person in my life. So I rather Cad Bane. I actually gave him some free stuff.
Probably because you don't sell things related to anime.
No, I do. I try everything. Actually, I literally try everything. So this was our wall an hour after we didn't have it all set up. There's gaps everywhere. We did make a little bit of money. The shoes, as you can see, are underneath the booth. This was us also an hour into it. My friend is eating or drinking or doing something. I can't even imagine what he's doing. We don't have anything priced. I think the table almost collapsed on us, but this was kind of like our area of 10 for 10. We really didn't know what we were going to. I think this is day one. We changed up the wall. We sold some of the stuff on the wall. So we changed up the wall to, we sold the Batman Adventures. We sold that. The Titans right there. We sold that one.
What about the Sandman?
Yep, we sold Sandman. We sold Sandman 1. We sold, because we changed it out. We sold the Miss Marvel. We sold
Saga.
No. We almost sold Usagi Jimbo. Spawn, I think we sold. Destroyer Duck, we sold. The 42, we sold. I'm trying to look to see what else on the left side. We sold. I think we sold that Moon Knight too. We did sell.
You mentioned Vigilante.
Yeah, we sold a couple of those Vigilantes. We had some of those and some in the box. Just got the same wall up there. It did. So that was right. Yeah, same wall before. Let's get into some of it. Should we do the pickup thing first? So this was, I'll show you some of my pickups. We actually have a top 10, but the Usagi. You know what? We were selling those non-graded, and now we just decided to grade all of them because it's like those are like going. So these were so I got this out of 50 cents. I picked this up whenever I see it was 50 cents. Web Warriors 1, but you can get the 1 and 2. I'm not actually going to do. I do have a top 10, but I'll get into probably next week. I got these out of the dollar bin, which is nice. It's a nice pair to get out of the dollar bin. I got this for people that now these aren't the variant covers, but it's the whole run of Mad Balls.
Yeah, I still like the Mad Balls. They're still not easy to find.
$4. I think $4 for the whole thing, and they're actually in decent shape. And another group that I bought for $5 was the Silk Amazing Spider-Man run. Silk's becoming more popular.
Oh, that's right. You like that one for the bad guy that's in that one.
Yeah, this probably would make the top 10. I'm not quite sure if it did or not, but I picked this bad boy up for $40. It's the foreign version of Gambit's second appearance, first cover appearance. So it's kind of cool. I actually sent it to the foreign group guys, and before they even decided, the dude's like, "You want it for $40?" I was like, "Yeah." They're like, "Could you talk him down to 50?" And the guy's a good friend, so he's like, "You just want it for 40?" I was like, "Yeah, I'll take it for 40." So I was like, "I bought it for 40." They're like, "You didn't overpay." Because it was like $20. I bought this. I don't know why.
But young
the
Heroes
Interesting.
Reborn.
Okay.
Yeah, it's the Heroes Reborn. What is that?
$20. I mean, I can't go wrong. And you'll see it in the video.
Why did they grade it?
You'll understand when I show you one of the videos. So I'll start off with doing that. I'll start off with the last video I shot. This is at the end of day 2. This was James's video. We got James here. He's like a secret assassin. He digs all day long. This is day 2 digging. Okay, let me explain. The first time I met James was about 8 years ago, and I was supposed to set up a con. And this guy was sitting at on my table, 8 o'clock in the morning, with a full ass pizza, just waiting for guys to come in and unload. And as soon as they unload, he doesn't move fast. Wipe his hands down, walk over, and just start digging. And I was new, so I didn't know what to do. So I finally was like he went to dig, and I just started putting boxes on the table. And then finally he moved and started digging through. And since then, he's been really cool. So did you get these from the Red Wall? Yeah, right. See, so to the Mexican, I got the German. Oh, that German Fantastic Four is dope. Go ahead. Yeah, so see, he's even got that box right there. He took out the front quarter of that box, and then he took out the back later. So. Where did you get these out of 50 centers?
$1.
Really? $1 makes you holler.
Yeah.
$1. Yeah.
$1. Hard to get.
Well, people say hard to get in the front run, so I asked him again about this, but this actually is. This is the thing that people are now using in moderns. That's not true statements anymore. That it's end of print run rare. These are actually end of print run rares on series that were dying.
So hard to get.
Well, the Armory
Print run's real low.
Yeah, it's
very low print run.
Yeah, that's the true series. That's cool.
For Campbell people, doesn't be.
For $5, I mean, for the Campbell, the Birds of Prey. Fair bound.
$1.
Oh man. Yeah, right. I mean, if Craven's first
I
fight
love
hits,
those Craven.
We'll
off.
pay $5 for this.
Who?
I told you Lord.
Oh yeah, I made you pay $5 for that. I see it.
About a 1 in 10.
Yeah.
Just some George Perez goodness.
That's all. You got this out of the dollar, I take it. The dollar bins. These look familiar.
Cover price.
Nice. Can't go wrong with that,
Nice.
First, clandestine.
First
This is a variant. Connecting, hard to find.
Yeah.
Talk about those. Those are those hard to find connecting variants for the Ghost Rider.
Yeah, 28.
That's
right?
a sweet Ghost Rider. That's actually a sweet connecting too.
Campbell.
J. Scott, yeah. Was this when he sold?
What
this one online? Was this one online?
This worth of money. That's fun.
Yeah.
Black Panther Son.
Black Panther.
Oh yeah.
You got that. Oh man, that's such a that's a secret book.
That's right. All those.
These are gonna be 50 cents.
I know everybody's going to Kobe or whatever now. Great Hall.
Oh yeah.
All fun. All fun turned out early.
Yeah, all these are 50 cents.
48.
Gotta check to see if that's the error.
Illuminati. Nice. Did you buy a lot of Illuminati stuff in 2 days? Yeah, I can
open it up.
Hard to find.
Yeah, that.
Ben Angel.
Yeah.
Very hard to find.
You got the whole period of Angel. You got the whole run.
Yeah.
I don't know those.
50 cents.
Jesus. Wasn't this one of these is the variant, right?
I don't know if it's not sure there's a variant.
I thought this was on the one.
It was. One of the
50 cents. Her first appearance. Found 3 of them.
Oh yeah.
You're hustling early.
System, milestone, hardware goodness.
I went to milestone too.
All these are 50 cents.
He found a ton of hard. He found an number 1 for hardware too. Here's the
I was
hardware.
gonna say those might look like they were later ones.
2 number 1?
Yeah, 50 cents, 31, 231s.
Nice.
Oh yeah, they are the late.
Dark Avengers, 54.
31. The other one was
Couldn't pass up Infamous Iron Man for 50 cents.
Brother Voodoo as Iron Man.
Yeah.
All these are 50 cents.
Infamous
Dr.
Iron Man?
Voodoo.
Do you like Dr. Voodoo?
Yes. 50
I
cents.
get that
Couldn't
$5.
pass
no,
it
you
up.
can't
I thought I'd see that dollar bin.
No, I'm not hold on.
$1. Adam Hughes goodness.
Liddy Rod.
Yeah, so for those that don't know, this is an Adam Hughes.
And that's the original, number 3.
So there's a reprint in the original. So the red one.
This was the original.
Yeah.
Oh, there's a reprint.
Adam Hughes, Hard to Find, Maze Agency.
Yeah.
J. Scott Campbell.
Always look through those Maze Agencies.
No BDI, Jason Sandel, yeah.
More. Got another Dr. Voodoo for 50 cents.
We also telling you it's
Phantom variant, $1.
For like a turn.
Yeah, there's so many weird
Early
fan-
Natalie
Phantom
Sanders.
variants.
Here's some minor.
Ah.
Yeah.
That's Natalie Sanders.
Is that
right? Or is it minor?
That was a part of Red Dawn.
yeah.
Dollar
Green Lantern
Bill.
48.
Yeah, Green Lantern.
48,
ready for Green Lantern.
49, 50, and 51. That's a dollar bill.
Oh, DC variants too.
Yeah,
Almost done. First Lyra.
First Lyra.
Yeah.
I repeat a lot because I didn't know.
Yes, J. Scott.
I see the India Spider-Man. I see what he's looking
Fifth
through.
appearance of
Yeah.
Death.
He's not trying to give everybody it.
There's death in the DC universe.
Oh, Darkhawk, my favorite.
Yeah.
Big
Female
Dark
Ghost Rider.
wants you.
Yeah.
These were all $1 each.
Yeah.
More
that
milestone,
Ghost Rider,
goodness. Heroes, buck a piece.
Damn. It's actually in good shape.
And that ended up here. And nothing much here. It's just Spider Girl.
See the hood.
I think Spider Girl's good. We
Spider-Girl.
sold a bunch of Spider Girls.
I'm gonna show them to you. Well, that's Spider Girl.
Yeah.
Why put the hood back?
Go. Yeah. Just want to see how close it is. Spider Girl fight. That's cool. Always. That's kind of cool.
Yeah. Second appearance of Black Goliath.
I like that.
And got some more
Wait to see the hood. Wow, I saw it.
More hard.
That's not
Static,
it.
static.
I can show it to you, dude.
I was curious if it's the Dark Rain hood or if it's the
That
first
price
hood.
end.
some Stormbreakers, just in
great
case.
Dark Horse stuff.
Almost the whole run, a buck a piece.
Really?
Yeah.
I got that one.
Actually, one of the five I was listed, but somebody let me have it. Far Sector #1 in the dollar box.
Far Sector.
And that's gonna do it.
Nice. Good job. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks, James. Listen, this guy just digs all.
He does. It's all day long. All you'll see is like you won't know. You'll just pull up and he'll be at a different box. You turn around, he's at a different box. And he just fills up boxes all day, which was kind of cool.
It sounds like me, with the exception of filling up boxes. I'm just around.
He didn't. What he didn't. What
did he bring the box, or did he get a box from somebody?
No, he gets a box. He got a discount because he got a box. That's why I'm saying he pulled. That's why I know he pulled out the stuff like that. So he's saying 50 cents in a dollar, but those are like what the prices they were asking for. They're not probably what he paid for it. But like the other things that went pretty quick, Sonic's runs, like any Sonic, any run.
Yeah, these days
went quick. All of Sonic was gone in a minute. There's a couple other things. We'll get to Brian. And while we're doing
look, it's the rarest stuff ever.
This is Daggett's Comics, so that's Daggett right there. I don't know if he's going on. He's got all like the newer stuff that you want. They have all the time with Mary back there.
Oh,
he's selling stuff.
Vampire Wolverine.
Yeah, dealer off of it. That's nice. I actually got a copy.
What are those underneath though? Price?
It's like $5. Yeah.
Yeah, so the price. Okay.
It's all a pack. That's where I got you guys. He actually gave us a couple of the first cover for Mandalorian for $5 as a giveaway.
Don't tell him to go home and change. We sold one of those just recently.
It sucked I had the camera off because we just sold the.
You think nobody in the Comic Con is going to be wearing the same shirt?
Had and the one copy I wanted.
I'm sorry to disappoint you.
Back and
just wish everybody wore the same deodorant.
Was this early or was this during the con?
Day 2. Like right before the doors open on day 2.
That dude must have
that was funny.
In a full bottle of
that was funny.
What? It was funny.
Full bottle. Remember, check out Daggett's Comics. He's always got better prices.
He knows there's better prices. I gotta get better at shooting some of that stuff, but he does a good comic. Make sure you check him out. Like I said, he added a couple things that we're gonna have to our 1,500 giveaway. We're gonna throw them in packages for you guys. Talk about what we're gonna do for that. And then finally, real quickly, we get a little bit.
All right, we didn't get a lot of day one stuff in because it was a crazy day one. It was a busy day one. We did well. It was weird. You always worry sometimes, especially like being one of the first cons early on, like what's actually going to happen, how's it going to go down.
So real quickly, con setup on Friday was at 10 o'clock in the morning, and we didn't leave the con until 10 at night, like 9:45, and then it's an hour and a half drive for me to get back home from where I live. And we went through a total of 5.5 long boxes in dollar books, and then in individually priced books, which range anywhere from $5 to $45. We went through a short box of that. We went through a whole box of X-Men stuff. For people that watch the show, you know which box we went through. We went through all that. We went through a bunch of Star Wars Marvel stuff that we did for $1 just to keep people coming. It was just random off comics, nothing important. And then I
thought you were watching Batman.
It probably still is.
You were watching the videos.
And then there's a couple other things that happened during this con that's pretty cool. This shirt
put up a decent wall.
I wore on the wrong day.
I don't think we brought as much Silver Age as we normally did.
We didn't, but the Silver Age, we actually had 2 boxes of Silver Age underneath the table. And then day 2, because of Larry Houston, we'll talk about later, we started putting out Silver Age stuff. So
we're trying to move.
What pair of shoes were you on at this point? I know people are wondering.
This is at the beginning of the day, so this is pair 2 already. So I think for dealers it opened at 8. And I didn't realize day 2, just like day 1, I lost track of time, which is very important. And the doors are literally opening in 2 minutes. So I cut out where I was running back.
We went heavy. We probably went like 65% DC, Flash type stuff, Green Lantern. Wonder Woman sold a lot. 2 people buying chunks. We did pretty well. We covered a table.
Wonder Woman did well. I guess the video cut into mute. So we can go through and we can show you. Oh, it muted everything. We get to go talk to. This is what does he call himself? D-Town Comics. We get. I don't know where the volume went on this because they actually had a lot of stuff.
The movie's over.
Yeah, I know. I heard 3.5 hours. Probably the bathroom is too. Their whole.
Yeah, I don't know where the sound went.
The host has muted your video. Somebody muted the video.
I didn't mute the video. You must have muted
hold
the video.
on. Let's see if we can get the music. So they had sold almost their entire wall the first day. That's how crazy it was going. That did have the stamp in it. They always have good stuff. They're reasonably priced. Actually, this is where I picked up that. I think that slab
183, 180, and 183.
Yeah, they had
Not
doubles
83,
of
82. I'm sorry.
They had sold. They put up more ASM because they had almost gone through a whole ASM key. I'm making fun of them about that Rogue book because, like, you bought that for $20 or $5. It was $20. And the price of the
Power of Warlock. You got the
Voltron's down there.
The Harley. I see the McFarlane Batman there.
They sold a bunch of that.
I like the Neil Adams still.
They did. They sold some Neil Adams too. I wish we could have him on because they talk about a lot of the stuff they sold, and then they bought stuff too. We actually cleared day one. We cleared all expenses, and I think everything we bought on day one. And
That's
we bought
cool.
like, a stack that big, so like it was a good day for us. And we paid for gas, Red Bulls, all the other expenses, everything else. Oh, look, it's Egghead. I'm gonna talk him down on that book. I want it. It wasn't in great shape, but it is Egghead.
You want an Ant-Man playing Leapfrog?
What's that?
You want an Ant-Man playing Leapfrog on the cover?
Yeah, right. Oh, I must have, when I was editing this, I must have muted it. I did. I muted it while I was editing it.
Yeah, you must because, it's not on our end.
Yeah, hearing the sound, man, the classic concept. I miss it.
Yeah, well, it was really loud there. So
2 months.
Yeah, so we made fun of that. There he goes. They're still, man.
And 2 weeks. Wow, but seeing those beautiful books, man, oh man,
it's cool as hell.
No, right?
How did it feel being back, Mark? I mean, even a few shows since then, right?
Dude, it was cool. Like this one's usually pretty good, but this, like, I would say this one was 30% busier on Friday than it's ever been before. Like been before. It was damn cool. And then it was kind of cool. Like, so you all know I got the Ron Simmons poster in the background or a sign thing. That the first day towards the end, Ron is walking just like every casual man would down. Like, I'm like, oh damn! And all of a sudden he throws up because he still wears his ring, so he throws up both. He goes like this, and I was like, oh, you just made my day. So Ron came over. He stopped himself. You could tell he was supposed to be someplace. He stopped himself, came over. We had a really nice chat. He told me a lot about his brother and like
that
how
is so cool.
His experiences in comics were. It was really cool to have like that. He's honestly, and this is what I'll tell you about Ron Simmons. Like when you give somebody a pound or shake their hand, sometimes, some people crush hands and do that. There's one thing where you give somebody a pound and you can tell. You don't have to size them up. You can still tell where they're at. And hey, Ron Simmons is the truth. And I don't care how old he is. He got that old man straight. Do not mess with that man. He's funny. He was engaging. I got to talk to him more. We started talking about, when he body slammed Vader back in the WCW, the NWA days. Then he kept going. Actually, James showed up with me because he's trying to show him some video. Because Ron doesn't really do a lot of internet stuff, so he doesn't get to see a lot of things. So then we were talking about. I was like, yeah, like a lot of people don't give him credit. Like, The Rock needs to send him a check. Because he put over The Rock. If it wasn't for, people don't know this, but if it wasn't for Ron Simmons, he would have never put over The Rock. And then like some family came up and they had a little kid, so we kind of backed off because we were just chit-chatting. We thought we'd have more time. But there's a very big echo. That was the one complaint. There's a huge echo in here. So every time somebody got on the mic, it was very loud. So we were I was going to ask him if he really did beat the shit out of Ahmed Johnson for putting him out. And we never got to it. So maybe the next time. Yeah, dude, he's just got sweet. But at the beginning of the show, there wasn't any gas. I should have got beginning videos. I couldn't put them out because there's people on there who don't want to be on videos. But here, so that's where I bought that book from too. I was like, what is this doing in here? And Matt came by and he's like, so I bought a lot and somebody graded this. So he's like, how much do you want to? He's like, is 25 too much? And I was like, it's one of those times where you see it, you're like, I don't know, guys. It's like it costs $20. It costs that much to grade the book, right?
Exactly.
Yeah, I mean, like I don't
is that so? I said, no, I guess I'm going to take it. I mean, for 20, and then I got it for like 20. So I was like, for $20, I have to take it. He didn't actually grade. Somebody else did. He got a lot, so he sold it pretty decent. I was looking at that, but there was such a big cutout. I didn't want to buy it. He had some good Silver Age stuff. What does it say here? Ron put over The Rock in the Nation. Yep.
Mm-hmm. I was going to ask you if he put over The Rock or did he put over Rocky Maivia?
Put over Rocky Maivia. Well, he put over. Well, he turned The Rock into The Rock. Yeah. Oh, so we were talking. We got to get this. Maybe we'll replay this another week.
Like $200 now. The set, the whole run.
He had the whole set there. So we were talking about how we thought this might work. The conversation we had on the show last week, and he agreed. And then he just picked up a random book, and it just so happened that he picked that book up. So, but I might show the back half of this later because this is when, because if I'm correct, Brian starts getting into his first day pickups after this.
Yeah, we can show it again later because I kind of want some of the sound. I want to know what's.
Yeah, you guys got to hear this one. This one's really good. So I'll edit it out. The problem is Dan was in this one. And Dan didn't want to be on camera, so we didn't put Dan on camera, and I cut a portion of it out. There was CBCS there, so these are some of the pickups, but we'll go over there later.
Are they doing on-site?
Yeah, they do an on-site thing, especially with SIGs. It's usually pretty busy. We have a rep here. This is when they're like opening the doors, and I didn't realize they were opening the doors. And Sean was calling me like, "Dude, you gotta get me in."
Get back.
Yeah, no, he's like, no, he's outside.
Oh.
So it's not Dan's fault. I'll redo it. Hey, I do have an interview that we might do it in the thing and then we'll cut it out with this guy right here, Kim. He shot videos of, he's from Star Wars. He's the guy that did like all the Kenner stuff. He's got great stories too. Like he pretty much boss got fired. And if it wasn't for that, I don't think we would have had as many cool things, cool Kenner images, but also very interesting. Like, because it shows like if you could see him speak, it's pretty interesting. He talks about some of the stuff. Now he's really into the photography, so he talks all about his books now, and he is doing a Kickstarter. So we'll do something on Star Wars about this because his Kickstarters are super cool and sell out. But it was very interesting. He was into cameras and everything else. I asked him a question at one point. I was like, "Do you have tubs or whatever?" And he's like, "No." He got rid of most of the stuff, but he also said that like they would send him stuff in not just Hope, but in Empire. They didn't have the toys done. Like they didn't know. Like the toys didn't match the movie. Like they didn't know what they were using them and in what scenes these characters were popping out or anything. So he would do a full shoot, take 3 or 4 days, send it in after it already got approved, and they'd come back a month and a half later and go scrap all this and do a different scene. Like that's not what we want. I did see Tom there. He's good. The guy that does ponies. He's really nice. My daughter loves it.
The guy who does ponies.
Oh yeah, he's always here and she loves him. So we got a signed Amabis from I couldn't have cut all dead. Oh yeah, so here comes also they dox me here, so we're gonna mute this at all times because here comes Lex and
Ron. So we can't hear anything.
Yeah. But there's Ron and Lex. We saw Lex earlier in the morning. That's why I was running late too. Let's see what we got over at Dan. Okay, so here's Dan, the edited version of Dan. See, everybody's wandering around, so I didn't think it was open, right? Because like they were doing early bird here. So I was like, yeah, I got all day. Oh, different shoes. There you go. That's shoe number 3. Those are Skechers. So, hey, here's Dan. Oh, see, we didn't get him. We didn't get him at all. He said he wasn't camera ready. He does a lot of Star Wars stuff, but he's also got a lot of great books. So Dan's history, you probably heard me tell it before. Like this is a family thing for him, right? He did this with his dad. And then like after that, it still continues. So like a lot of times his, kids or grandkids will come around and you'll see them in the booth and hang out and stuff. So it's really cool that he's keeping it in the family. I did tell him to put, this is something that sold that's very interesting, guys, real quickly. Scotty Young variants. I actually had told him on day 1 to put up Scotty Young variants. He refused to put them up. Refused.
Yeah, no.
Scotty Young variants have been selling for like $10 on any variant. And some of the more rare ones have been selling.
Some of them are worth a hell of a lot more.
Yeah, sell a little more. But I'm just saying like average, a B cover Scotty Young variant, Avengers Forever, $10. Which other ones did I sell? You remember when they did all those like B cover Scotty variants for that Marvel stuff? Put it on New Nows. Yeah, all of them go for about $10.
There was somebody on IG had a whole wall, like they were putting all of them on a wall, but they were still working on it.
And Moon Knight was cool. Oh, Dan, did you sell that Moon Knight? You know what we did sell, and I'm going to talk about it now. So the 2 main guests at this was Larry Houston and John and Shooter. And so we all brought, Valiant books for Shooter because and for people that don't know Shooter, he did Valiant, like that. He kind of started it. Every company he's always gone to, he starts off with a bang and then he fizzles out. So, dude, Dan ticked me off because he's doing this and he sold a crap ton of them too. Those other books over there in the slabs, I'll try to edit his face out because we go through them. He did something where he marked like all his books down. It was like $50 or $90 for slabs and under. It's kind of a cool move. So he did pretty well on it. But the one thing I want to talk about
slabs, discount slabs.
Yeah, discount slabs. Yeah, they were good though. They were good slabs to be discounted. I should have bought some. I can't get out of this screen now. What did I do here? Do we have a picture of Larry Houston so everybody can see who he is?
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, there. And that's how he looks now. So Larry, he comes into our booth at one point. So Larry's walking around and wandering. And this is the one thing that I will give. So everybody's like, holy crap, Sean, it's a miracle. He's here 2 days at a con. We haven't seen that guy in 5 years. We've never seen him before. So the guy that I do cons with, it was like everybody's like, he's been a ghost. He's just a person people hear about, but never actually see. So he was there for the whole time. But he thinks like my gimmick is just saying hi to all types of random people. So when Ron came up and started talking to us, I was like, damn, Ron comes over. I was like, oh, and our other friend, Chris, Phoebe's brother was there. And we're like talking to Ron because we're wrestling fans. So we're like, and we look over and we realize Sean's got no clue who the fuck Ron Simmons is. So now we're trying to explain to Sean in front of Ron, who we're like, guy played for Florida State, played for Tampa Bay with Lex Luger. Do you know who Lex Luger is? Like, all these things, didn't get any of them. Apocalypse, all this stuff, or APA, all this stuff, didn't know. All right, so that's fine. Wow. Okay, he's not into wrestling. That's fine. We'll let him get a pass.
That's not my era, so it would go past me.
Cool, man.
I know who Ron Simmons is, but
he's a great dude. Whatever. Okay. So the next day, Larry is wandering around just looking. And I'm like, oh, hey, Larry, what's up? Nobody know, like, it didn't look like anybody knew who he was. And he's one of the stars. Like, he's on the poster. He's on the whole nine, right? Like, it's him. Well, they have Shooter and Big, and then they have Larry, right? Right next to him. Just as even. Now, for those people that don't know who Larry is, he did, like, the X-Men. Okay. So, like, his biggest thing you're a little bit too young for this, is the X-Men cartoon. Well, he did all of them. So he did the X-Men cartoon.
Oh, the whole Marvel.
Produced, directed. Yeah, the best version of X-Men there is. He did it.
Oh, wow.
So Larry's around there, and we had almost sold completely out of X-Men comics by that point. Like an idiot, I couldn't find the Adventures of X-Men comic books because they were buried too much. Mm-hmm. So Larry comes by, and I was like, what's up, my man? And he's like, hey, do y'all have Legion of Superheroes? And I was like, I go, well, and John looks at me and I go, yeah, Larry, come here, sit down. So we go through, and I have this big Silver Age box, and I was like, Legion of Superheroes, because he said from the 50s and 60s, right? Or 40s and 50s and 60s. And I was like, here, look through this box and see what you want. And he sees a tub that I have. Now, we thought the con was going to be a little slow because there's always slow time, so you bag and board. This was a tub that I bought for like $20. It's all like Silver Age DC and mystery and a little bit of horror. And I was like, well, I haven't gone through that yet, but if you want to. And he pulls out like some sweet books, but I'm like, okay. I was like, here, go through this. And he pulls out some early adventures. And they're like, why'd you throw adventures? And I was like, well, because Legion of Superheroes is in adventures. Like it's not its own title at the time. And I go, is there something you're looking for specific? And he goes, oh yeah, the Shooter stuff. And I was like, oh well shit, man, the Shooter stuff isn't in the 60s. So I pull out the 70s, which is up on the thing.
Yeah, that's what you're closer to getting the Shooter, yeah.
Yeah. So I give him the Shooter stuff, and he finds he pulls out, he's got a CLR. Is that what it is? CR, one of the apps. Is it CL? What's the collecting app?
I think it is CB, not
CLZ.
CLC or something.
CLZ.
CLZ. He pulls out CLZ, pulls up the list. He's like, oh shit, you got 7 of these. I was like, yeah. I was like, what's up with, why are you trying to get Shooter books like that? He's like, because I could get him signed. Like he's a fanboy of Shooter. And I turned and I'm like, what the fuck? And I go to Sean, I go, hey, whose signature would you rather have? Larry Houston's signature or Shooter's signature? Not knowing that he knows who Larry Houston is, because Larry Houston's like
he's sitting here. Larry Houston's sitting right there. That's how close these are. These men can smell almost each other's breath. You saw it's only 10-foot booth. They're sitting about 4 feet apart from each other.
Wow.
He doesn't even look up. He goes, oh, fucking Larry Houston overshoot. Yeah, Larry Houston. He did the best X-Men version of X-Men ever. And Larry Houston giggles because he's a very jolly man. He is a very jovial, jolly man.
He looked it.
I'm sitting right here.
I'm like, are you shitting me? He goes, no, dude. Why are you kidding me? I mean, like, no offense to you, sir, but like, there's no way. X-Men's way better, and that cartoon was great and everything else. I go, hey, Sean. Well, why don't you thank Larry Houston for it? He goes, for what? I go, this is Larry Houston. Thank him for stuff. He's like, oh God. So then, like, this is the good news, though. So after that, I just, I hooked Larry up. I was like, here, just give me like $20, $40. Well, then he pulled out like an $80 book. So I was like, $40. You can have that. You can have all this shooter stuff for free. Like, I don't give a shit. They're like $5, $10 books anyway. So he had all that for free and then walked away. And then Sean's brilliant ass goes, hey, way to trade the guy for a SIG. And I was like, oh, that was so stupid. That was
wow.
I go, but when have you ever seen me like let people just dig? He goes, I thought he was just your friend. I was like, no, he's just that nice where like you get around him and he like he acts like he's your friend. And I was like, dude, I'm letting him. We haven't even put the stuff in a box. It's a collection that we have in tubs. You understand this? Like tubs. We haven't even got to a box yet. That's the situation. I was like, when would we ever let anybody dig through that shit? And he's like, yeah, that's a good point. I should have picked that up. But he's not used to doing 2-day cons, so I give it to him on that. Yeah, Doom. I did bring up Doom. When I brought up Doom, Ron Simmons went crazy, dude. Because we brought it up the first day about Doom. After that, he was in like he's a good friend after that one. The good news with Larry Houston though was like, so I walked back and told him like, crap, dude. And I was like, hey, did you get those books signed by Shooter? Yeah, he's like, oh no, he had a line. I didn't want to interrupt him. I'm like, I didn't say this to him, but in my opinion, like, and this is no disrespect to Jim Shooter.
Who's a legend.
Yeah, who is a legend. But as much groundbreaking stuff as he did, you are on the same level. And to be honest with you, for my generation, because of X-Men animated series, you're held at a higher standard. No offense. I'll take X-Men animated series over anything.
Which is crazy. Over the written like work that Shooter oversaw and was a part of.
He oversaw
because yes, like X-Men was iconic, but the body of work I would lean more Shooter's direction over a 5-year, 92, 97 for X-Men.
Oh no. You don't know Houston then, because Houston did all animated for that type of stuff. Like he did Spider-Man and Friends. He did like all the animated stuff that came out for like.
Oh, he did. He did Fantastic Four, Hulk, and all that.
Yeah, Fantastic Four. Yeah, he did.
Oh, well then
storyboard artist for.
Yeah, he did a lot of that stuff. It's not just one thing. He did my favorite, and then he did a bunch of other stuff. So it's not like he did one thing, but he did.
Okay, so that well.
Yeah. No,
he did Turtles, didn't he?
He might have. I actually give him a bump. Yeah, I give him a bump. Yeah. So, and he did just do like one thing. He did like the art for it too. He did like a lot of it. So like when you were there, he had the cells and he was doing sketches. And
Is he the Bruce Timm of Marvel?
Yes. Well, no, because they didn't give him his own comic books. I mean,
but like on the TV side, I mean.
Yes. I would say.
Okay, that would make sense then. Okay, like the architect almost.
Like I'll tell you this: the stuff that he doesn't do isn't that good. Like if you look at the Spider-Man series that he doesn't do, it's not that good. If you look at
he did Spectacular.
Which one did he do? He did Spider-Man and Friends and something else. I can't remember what the other one was.
Oh, the '90s Spider-Man.
Mm-hmm. So
yeah, they were just Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Oh, the 81 one. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I remember that. Cool.
But either way, so he was, because he was still, I think, in college when he's coming out and doing it. But this long story, even longer, hopefully we will be having him on the show because I handed him a card and was like, hey, man. And then he called me back over. He's like, hey, this is kind of cool. And he's like, and I appreciate the books or whatever. And I was like, well, have you ever come on a podcast before or done that? And he's like, dude, I'll do it. Whatever. He's like, get a hold of me. I'll do it. So he has told us he'll do it now.
Ooh,
he just pushed me off, but I think he will.
So if you see this dude, don't be like Sean and be like, why is this guy on your show? I thought he was just your friend.
No, dude, he's super cool. He's super cool. That's what I got. And I did talk to Shooter for like 2 seconds, and Shooter is fine, a fine being. But like
he said, fine.
He's Lex Luthor was a fine being too. But like the 2 guys that literally, the 3 guys that stole the show was Kim, the guy that does the books, and we're gonna get into it in the Star Wars show. Ron's fucking amazing. He's just amazing. I mean, come on, dude. Come on.
Wow, that's pretty cool. Mm-hmm.
I didn't have to tell him too. I told him a story because he gave me this after I told him the story. I said, like, because he's like, "Do you want one of my things? I'll sign it to you." I said, "Yeah, sure." And he's like, "Which one?" I said, "That one." And he asked why, and I was like, "Well, because when I was a kid and you came on as Doom, you wore those, and I thought you were Power Man. Like, I thought because I was young, and
you were connecting the dots.
We'd watch it, and I was like, "Holy shit, Power Man's on the TV," and he was killing fools. Like, I mean, he was really ripped. He was beating.
Did you ask him to say "Sweet Christmas" for you?
I did not say that, but he did say "damn" a lot, and he had no problem doing it. Like, even while we're talking, it's actually one of his colloquies. So like whenever somebody walked by, I'm not gonna say why, but he was like, "Damn," and then somebody said something like stupid. He's like, "Oh, damn!" Like, he just says it in regular conversation.
It's part of his thing.
Absolutely amazing, dude.
That's the lingo. That is dope.
It's so cool. And it was so crazy how Larry Houston was such a fanboy of shooter too. Like, that's the cool part. Like, having people. Okay, I'm not gonna lie and say I'm a fanboy of shooter. Like, you've heard me. I'm not a fanboy.
We can guess that.
Yeah. But like, it's cool how like, I gush over like Houston, and Houston's gushing over shooter. Like, everybody was like that. I mean, and that was kind of cool. So, like I said, hopefully he'll get on. Then he said he was going to, so I guess send him a couple more messages. But he was really cool. There's a couple other people. We'll do a semi-part 2 maybe to this if I can edit some stuff down.
You should. It'll be fun.
All right. Next up, we got we're gonna rank Batman stuff so I can make fun of how terrible it all is.
Well, except for 2 movies. One made 95 and one made this year.
Oh my god! All right, here we go. Chat,
I tried to name them so you can have.
We're ranking the actors, right? Or
I don't know
what we're ranking. I didn't come up with ranking the movies. I mean, I know some of it, but now that JJ asked, now I'm second guessing myself. I'm ready to fight.
I did live action and versus the animated. That's how we're doing the live action actors versus the animated voice actors.
Okay. I like that. Solid.
We're ranking the actors.
One more little news
and the job they did in the role. Granted, like for the live action, yeah, I couldn't even. I mean, I have their names, but I just put 1943 and 1949 for Marco.
I actually own both of those, so I can speak to all that. Trust me.
One more news break. The thing you guys might find cool too is there's a guy who recently bought a comic book shop, and he showed me the basement, and I said, "I'll help you dig as long as we can shoot through it." So we might have some great videos coming up.
That's kind of fun.
Yeah, comic book shop. That's
you bought it with the comics in it.
He bought a book. Well, yes, but the basement.
Yeah, my buddy owns a shop
that we got to go for another day. The original TMT run was in there and stuff. It's crazy, but we'll get into it. Yeah. All right, so Superior is.
I can do that too. I got collections. I can. My buddy bought a shop, and he keeps buying collections, and he keeps asking me for help going through it. I'm like, I'll help you if I can film it.
Yeah. Maybe we should do that as a separate thing.
I gotta tell me when this con comes for content. Anyway, moving on.
Well, what does?
When my con comes around, I got to get tips from you on how to like record and stuff for content.
I'm not that good at it, but I'm learning.
Don't get tips from Mark.
I forgot.
I will give you like 4 or 5 Snapchat.
Off the second day, I completely forgot.
This is how you get people seasick.
Well, it's because I'm talking to everybody too. Hey, knock it off. You know what I'm going to do is start putting the camera thing on there. I will say I appreciate everybody. Everybody was a lot more. I think this year after last year, a lot more people are more comfortable with being on camera in the area and are really helping out with stuff. So it's really kind of cool. All right. S tier 2 trash. And there's going to be a lot of trash in this. So let's start it off with.
Hold on.
What?
We don't know that.
We don't know with the trash.
Yeah. Don't put people. We don't know that. We don't know that. I've watched every one, so I can give some context.
Okay.
All right. Let's do this.
So, let's start the one whose mom sewed his suit together for him. Lewis G. Wilson.
Lewis G. This was like
1940.
This was the first.
Yes, I will say I liked Lewis Wilson as Bruce Wayne.
Did you like the sparkly belt that they made out of cardboard? Or
no? Let me tell you, I can't hold against him the limitations of time. All right, it was a homemade suit, yes, but the cast was good. Well, J. Carroll Naish was like a really popular actor back then. Douglas Kraft he was a one-hit wonder, and he passed away like shortly afterwards as Robin. But Lewis Wilson did a really good job as Bruce Wayne, being the like casual like billionaire playboy. He played
waking up next to Robin. He did a great job at that.
He did. Oh my gosh, stop. He was good there. What he was not good was his Batman. Half the time, I mean, given the serial nature of those films, they end up getting beaten up or put in a precarious situation. So every episode, and there's 13 of them, he's getting his ass handed to him. So 15.
There's a lot of roping up too.
Also, they did not age well, particularly, this was during World War II.
No, they don't age well at all.
J. Carroll Naish, who was not aged, was playing one, and the rhetoric and words that were thrown around did not make Bruce look like the hero of our time.
Yeah,
so
I think too, and I think this is fair. We understand context, right? We're not stupid.
Exactly.
Like we get it's not appropriate at this time and age to be doing any shit.
And I'm only
close to that.
No,
right.
And I'm only bringing it up because I don't want to hold it against the character, but like that was his kind of his identity. Like he.
I think you can still do it though. Like I mean, I think you could still put it in context and still say, okay, it still was a little fucking overboard. I mean,
that's what I mean. Like if it was a few times, it would have been fine, but it was a little overboard. And he sucked as Batman.
Yeah, so it's a Batman title, and this is what I'm saying. Like it's a Batman title, and it sucked. It's close to trash.
I own the 43 and the 49 on DVD.
Everything about this, the costume was fucking trash.
49 was a different actor, right?
49 it was. I'm just saying, but no, it was a different actor. But right now, I'll tell you, for example, you don't even have to own it on YouTube. Put 1943 Batman. The entire serial is available, multiple playlists. Take a moment, check it out, come back. You'll agree.
Are we putting this in trash? Or are we putting this below trash?
I mean, 2 C's from the chat.
We have 2 C's, which is interesting. I was thinking more D or trash, personally.
Yeah,
I'm willing to give it a D. I definitely not willing to give it a C, having just recently watched it.
Lowest.
If you compare it to the serials of that time, though, was it that bad?
Well, that's the thing. You're right. Compared to that, then no. But here's the thing: like, is that good or bad in the sense that it's the Batman?
But it was almost generic. That's the problem, though.
There you go.
Exactly. Generic to the serials of that time.
Well, that's what I mean. It doesn't stand out any different. He's just wearing
the chat
oversized sheet.
Like if you look at some of the serials that they did that were like even crime related or like even like the horror stuff, it was more intense than this. This was kind of vanilla ice cream.
Yeah, he wore an ill-fitting suit. I will give them one. I will give credit for one thing. In the comics, Alfred had always been presented like a little kind of fat, portly kind of dude. Before the 1943 serial hit. Once that was done, the Alfred that we all know. The kind of guy with slight alterations was set in stone. So I do give them credit for that. That's why I say D.
Yeah, D. All right, fair enough.
All right.
Yep. Let's go to one of
come out of those two. Gordon.
Lisa.
Gordon wasn't Jim Gordon or somebody a character that came out of the serials?
I thought it was the way they did.
I think so. I mean, was it the police chief? I don't know if it was Gordon. I can't quite remember that. I know Alfred for certain came out of that in terms of his modern day interpretation. Yeah. Maybe Gordon. There was a police chief, but yeah.
This is the best Batman, like one of the best.
Wow,
you're jumping there. So we're jumping for
we're jumping around a little bit. I'm going to go Adam West to give it a little love.
I was so tempted to do the dance and the jumping Batman.
I think,
the Bat-Tusi.
I think this is the first time that they figured out that Batman's whole gimmick is like the rogue gallery is what makes Batman Batman. As much as everybody says he's got no superpowers, me included, and that he's a terrible superhero because he's not super. Like the rogue gallery.
Now, to be fair here, well, when you start talking other stuff like that, like you're rating the show, not the actor.
Yeah.
Well, I mean,
how much written West is Batman
doing the Batmans?
I feel like the show is almost a reflection of the actor, though. Right?
I agree.
Like I get you, Jaden. I agree 100%. I can't judge everything else around Batman, but I have to a certain degree. You know what I mean? Like how they play off of the main character. Like I get where you're coming from. That's a good context, though.
Yeah, I mean, like him. I just think like with what's his name who played Joker, he did really well. The back and forth between him and the banter between him and Robin was actually pretty solid. You know, the comedic moment.
Like a chump.
The comedic moments that they're supposed to have worked. I thought they hit off really well. Once again, some of that stuff in that era doesn't play as well today, but I think
shark repellent, shark repellent in an aerosol.
Yeah, like everything. Everything is imaginable.
A lot of people are giving it A. I think it's S, but I mean, I liked it.
I give it an A too.
I'm about an A because we can't give everybody an S.
Nope. And
there's not everybody giving S. There's only 2 people giving S. Him and Keaton.
No.
When I think of S tier, I don't think of right now anyone else. I think we all know who S tier is going to be.
I think it's Keaton and West. Keaton and West are S's, and then everybody else is not close.
No, that's horribly. No,
just wait till we get to him before you.
That's true. That's true. Yeah.
All right, go ahead. Put him in A.
Oh my God.
Put him in A.
All right.
Put him in A. You guys underrated one of the best Batmans. You guys are just.
There's 2 other Batmans that are heads and shoulders above.
There's not. If you say Val somewhere in first,
A is very good. How's A underrated?
To be fair, I'm not going to say Val. Okay.
All right, Robert Laurie, the creepier Robin, and
this was the ill-fitting suit. This was Love Handle Batman.
Yeah. I mean, so was Adam West, but we don't talk about that too much.
It was all right. Fit enough.
So the 80s TV specials, I agree.
Well,
so what are we saying here? Yeah, the 80. I'm sorry, I'll put it back up. We're at 49. It's okay. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't have a strong opinion about these.
I don't have anything. I was going to say I'd say D, just on principle.
I would say almost worse.
I've never actually.
Honestly, I would too. The villain was worse. The fighting was worse.
Everything was worse about it. This guy didn't fit the suit.
Even though it came 6 years later.
As much as I make fun of the other guy's suit for being thrown together, he didn't fit the suit. Yeah. Nothing about it looked good.
Yeah,
it was
you're right.
Tragically trashy.
Trash. First of all.
There's our first garbage.
Tragically trashy. All right. Heroes get C. I don't know.
Just play in the middle.
Playing jokes. He's got jokes. No, all right, I'm not going to give our S guy because I'm going to go with somebody else. Here we go.
Doing the movies. We have a whole animated side still to do too.
I should do. Oh, okay. Oh, I'm playing versus each other. My bad. So I'll do 3 animated. Okay.
Why do you let him control stuff?
I know you shouldn't let him.
Because I got to do the other half. So he's
Year 1. I mean, look, I don't think any of the animateds can go under C because they're all. But if there was one to go C, this would be it.
Yeah,
he was great as Jim Gordon.
Yes, he was. He was over mediocre.
But that's not what we're rating.
He was the Year 1 Batman, the animated voice for Year 1 Batman.
Yeah, I mean, if anything goes C, I think that's a clear cut for animation for you.
I've never seen the Year 1 Batman, so I can't probably rate it. But I don't dislike him.
I don't doubt that you do. It wasn't bad. It wasn't great, but it wasn't bad.
He was pretty good as Batman, but it was kind of tough. The voice, like separating his, because I still think of him from the kid from the OC. Like even as when he was Gordon in Gotham, I kept seeing, the OC. Like I just couldn't get that out of my head. Mm-hmm. And I like Gotham. Gotham was underappreciated.
A.
Yeah, that's an
A for Will Arnett.
So
I like it. He makes fun of all the
Batman. He owned that role.
He did. I give it an A.
He makes fun of all the Batman stuff. It's very
proper, grimy voice too.
I remember when it first came out, like all the DC fanboys were all butthurt, but then they grew to love it.
Yeah, I was actually.
It was great.
Yeah, he owned that role. It was great.
Cat's got no decision to do any of these. Okay, I'm gonna put this up here. If I have to hear about Calendar Man, I'm just gonna.
Let's hear it. Let's get it. What are you talking about?
Long Halloween was good.
Long Halloween. Yeah, it was good. And I like Jason Ackles too because I
like him better as the Red Hood.
I like what?
Dean Winchester.
Like him better as the Red Hood.
So does Dean
exactly.
I agree with Corban.
I'm not.
Under the Red Hood was actually better. I thought.
I thought so too. I thought so too. I think he's a B- C+.
B-. Wow, I've never agreed with Marco so easily in a while, and I would agree.
I go with B, but
I would too. I mean, I could see
go with kind of A because I.
I could see A. When I think of like memorable Batmans, I'm not gonna think of him. But like, I'm not gonna think negatively of him. If that makes sense, you know what I mean?
I mean, like honestly, I could put Arnett and West into the S, and then he could make A. But I think he's a stroke underneath them.
Yeah, I'd say B.
We're talking B. I do like.
He was such a good Red Hood. Like I think if he hadn't done that before, maybe I'd look differently. But I heard him. Yeah, Red Hood would be so. I don't know. Batman was fine.
Well, there was a different Batman in that Red Hood, though.
How did you guys put the new Batman in there? Nobody's seen it except for two people, you and Rodney. So like, there's no way.
Hey, you just gotta trust us, S tier.
No, I refuse.
Wow, Marco, so negative. I was kidding, but yeah,
I'm joking. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, we're gonna do a fourth of animation.
Go back and forth now.
Since we mentioned. Wait, where is the red? You didn't put that series here.
By the way, you know who played the Joker in Under the Red Hood?
There he is.
It's Bender.
Was it?
Wasn't it John DiMaggio?
Yeah, it was Bender.
Yeah, it was Bender.
Yeah.
Okay, so Bruce, I actually like this. I like this cartoon.
Me too.
But I didn't like the voice of Batman.
Same. It was so weird. Yeah, I agree.
I really liked the cartoon, but I thought Batman was like one of the worst animated Batmans there was.
All right, that's a fair assessment.
So are we seeing it or are we D'ing it? To be honest,
I could go as low as D.
I could do the same.
Now we're not ranking the thing because like
not the movie.
Under the Hood.
Yeah. If you're ranking just
just the Batman.
God almighty, no, just for that, I think C. Yeah, I'm hearing the lines in my head, and all I remember is I just remember Red Hood and then Batman's lines. Like, oh yeah, he was there.
Yeah,
I mean, Nightwing. Who was it? Neil Patrick Harris was better as a cameo for Nightwing, but I remember Batman in general.
Yeah. What it is like even when you bring this up,
NPH is a good voice actor.
Yeah, but you bring up Jason when you talk about this one too, like that. Nobody was like, oh, what's his name played Batman in that. Everybody's like, oh yeah, that's when Jason was Red Hood. He was really good in that. You
exactly.
know what I mean?
He steals a show, and that shows.
I wanted him as a live action.
Yeah,
I wanted him live action Red Hood too.
That would be dope, actually.
Are we D'ing this or are we seeing it? I think we should D it.
Live action Batman.
You would D, huh?
Hey, maybe, yeah. I mean, JJ, once you see Pattinson, maybe you'll think differently. But I
just wasn't.
I agree with you.
With this one.
Put him in D. We got Sticks D in it. Put him in D.
Yeah,
all right. We're going back
where I don't know that much. Like, there's one definitely I didn't watch the.
One I didn't watch.
You gotta give him the D.
I want to try this one and see what people say about the Affleck.
B.
I thought
Affleck.
He's under. Yeah, I thought he.
What?
Yeah.
B.
That's crazy.
He didn't get enough love.
Yeah, I think he was really underrated as a Batman. I thought he did both.
He didn't deserve love.
He's the best. He's the closest thing to having a Bruce Wayne. Yeah, Batman. The closest thing there is.
Yeah, and honestly, if we had a solo movie for him, it would have been.
No, I think Keaton did a better job of that.
Well, I think this is the first time that you're getting a Batman outside of the anime. When we'll talk about later, that's an older kind of worn Batman. You know, like he is more street kind of grimy. Like he is Gotham kind of rubbed off on him in a way.
You know what's funny? They took him in the first Justice League when they put him in the post stuff, and like the scene doesn't make any fucking sense whatsoever. The Doomsday shit, but like still even in there, he was good in it. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, I mean, I will admit some of the dialogue is kind of shitty, but it's not his fault. Like he can't control the dialogue.
No,
the jokes didn't land.
Love the suit. Straight out.
Back with Wonder Woman is exactly how Bruce would have probably done it. Like there's a lot of wittiness that he did. You could see it in the way he acted, the shitty lines. You see what I'm saying?
Costume. It's straight out the splash page, you know? Like, yeah. No, I'm totally killing that, but yeah.
I think he's all right in it. So B or A?
B.
What are we doing?
I give it B.
Affleck, he's got a B.
He's below that.
B is for Batfleck.
You can't put it in A.
For me.
See, I would move West up and put it in A. That's what I'm saying.
There's two people above him though.
There's not two people.
No. Why the hell does he get an A? That makes no sense.
He's getting a B.
No sense that he would be.
No, one guy's there's an A over Adam West easily, but we'll get to him in a minute.
Yeah, I don't know. I think just iconically he would have been in.
Oh yeah. Oh well, we'll get to. We're still getting there.
Exactly.
Okay. Yeah. Roger Craig Smith as I never watched this. Is this?
I did, and it was. I did watch it. It was forgettable.
Well, I think he also did the Arkham Batman.
Yeah, it was different.
So, what would you say for that? Because I'm thinking C.
Did anybody watch this?
I've watched it. Oh, you're talking about the cast?
Yes.
It was okay.
It wasn't Max. I might watch it.
Yeah, it was okay. It was interesting.
It's not like the be all end all or anything like that.
No, some of the imagery was great though. I gotta say, like there was a fight thing between Penguin and Nightwing that was pretty cool. Like there was some interesting parts, but yeah.
And like I said, I think he was the video game Batman, so that's kind of giving him an extra bump because I did play some of the Arkham video games, so that's kind of helping along in my brain. But
Airboy, come on,
for that. Did you say her name?
That was bad writing.
That was just exactly.
I agree with Airboy. It's not bad writing. It's how he delivers the lines are bad.
The lines were fucking shit.
The lines are bad. Like, yeah, he delivered it bad.
It's also how you deliver the lines.
How would you say that? Martha, did you say her name? That just sounds weak. Like, how would you say that?
Somebody here, pitch us right now, JJ. Say I'm better.
I'm not an actor.
You don't want to try to bail?
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. Where is it?
Where's it?
Oh,
Martha. What did you say? Martha. Come on, guys.
I mean, like you can't. There's nothing there. There's
nothing. How would you propose saying it?
Stupid.
Yeah, I just don't know. No, that I mean, listen, I'm not saying that Batfleck was like the best thing to slice bread, but come on now.
I think if there was a rough line,
what's a good delivery for that line? I just want to hear something.
I just want to say, Airboy, stay here because when he starts throwing
too much credit,
when he starts throwing Val Kilmer and
too much credit to the bad credit to the director and too much good credit to the actor. An actor crafts the character.
Okay,
that's what an actor does.
AJ, when he has interactions, when he actually interacts with other characters, including what's her name as Wonder Woman, including Aquaman. When he starts doing the interaction,
he's an actor deliver regular lines. Is that what you're saying?
Well, we're saying that an actor can only do so much.
You can only do so much.
You can only make chicken salad out of chicken shit for so long before it's like, yeah, it's kind of ishy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, move on from that. Let's go.
But I agree with what JJ said. I don't know. I thought that was
all right. So we did anime.
We're arguing semantics. The difference between a B and a C.
Here we go. A decent actor, and he still.
That's true. That's very true.
I love Clooney, but
good point. Good point.
This
is why Superman works alone.
Hey,
I mean, that's really bad writing. Wait, no, he's a bad actor. No, it was really bad writing. It literally, because anything else he's done, he's been great. You know,
it was bad writing. I don't give a shit.
Never leave home without.
I don't know about that.
It's getting that bag and really bad writing.
Bad credit card. Never leave home without it.
Mm-hmm. Are we
trying to kill you, dick?
Right?
Like that's the best line in the
D
whole
at best.
Yeah,
D at best.
D at best.
What?
Oh, that's hilarious.
It's a D as in dog at best.
Trash the bat nips. Yeah,
I was clicking it.
I'd be fine with that.
I think I'm okay with that. It was just
okay.
Oh, those aren't the actor's decision.
I do.
No. But his acting in this was very lazy.
That was awful.
Stiff.
It was bad.
It was pretty rough.
I mean, part of it was the line.
Arnold Schwarzenegger shows you up with the one-liners.
It did seem like all he wanted. It seemed like all he was there for was the bag.
George Clooney. No, I'm kidding. Yeah, exactly.
Either way.
Freeze.
All right. We'll go back. We'll do. We already did Affleck, right? Oh, this is the one we'll do here. We'll do Teen Titans.
Oh, that's the worst.
I had to stretch.
Oh, that's the D for me, dog.
I had to stretch for this.
I didn't even know that's who it was.
No, let me tell you why. Like, not forget the age, which automatically, I mean, if we're looking at Nightwing as his late 20s, early 30s, I mean, Bruce is 70. Like, there's no way around it, right? They supposed to have worked together 15 years ago. Doubtful. Also, this Bruce, if you've watched season 3, like, he is psychotic.
Yeah,
and I don't mean psychotic like in Batman normal way. I mean like he has a moment where Jason Todd dies, right? And so then he goes off the deep edge, kills the Joker, and then attempts to commit suicide. And it takes the Titans to save him.
They use does
that sound like
the Frank Miller All-Star Batman?
Yeah, exactly. It is figured out from Game of Thrones. It's like Frank Miller All-Star Batman plus 20 years.
No, it wasn't as bad as the Frank Miller All-Star Batman, but
it wasn't, but only because we don't know. Like, but no, he's been complete enough, Airboy. We've seen enough, bro, that he's not great. I mean, the dude come on, Batman, snapping off and killing someone for that, and then trying to kill himself. Really?
Are they moving the Titan stuff over to HBO Max, or is it?
It already is.
It already is there.
Season 3 was already done there. Like it's not Batman-like. It's very very weird. He had this one episode that I'm not holding against him. It's weird. He basically spent it doing what's Adam West impression, but it was a dream sequence type episode, so I'm not holding against him. But like everything else you see from him, yeah, he's kind of no, he's not good. I would say D, but if we put him in trash, I wouldn't be against it.
We could put him in D because I mean, it saved it. The Airboy saved it by saying that he isn't complete.
Okay, there you go.
You can say incomplete, but he still kind of comes off.
I mean, it's 3 seasons. We've got 2 seasons of his Batman. Like, trust me, 2 seasons is pretty.
You still get a sense of that creepy old guy trying to pick up the Mother of Dragons, even though this is Batman and not.
Put him in D.
I like this one.
Rainbow.
Well, he was.
Although I hated the animation in this movie, but
wasn't he the voice of the Batman?
Yes, he was the voice of the Batman, but there was only one movie, so that's why I had to put Batman versus Dracula because it was movies. So that was the one.
But he also did the animated show.
The movie,
yes, he did the show.
Wait a second. Hold the phone.
We're beating him, right?
This is like the boy just understanding the rules. I'm just getting that we're not going to.
Yes, this is for the movies. Even though the Ian Glenn there was like it's TV, but I had to get.
No, I know what you mean. Yeah, no, this changes how. Okay, all this. Okay, wow.
So are we beating him?
Yeah, he was okay. I mean, I don't know.
He wasn't bad.
Yeah, the Airboy. That's a good analogy.
What's his analogy?
Like I said, I like this movie. I just didn't like the animation of it. It was weak for a DC animated movie. I thought.
The movie sucked, but we can't do that against him.
Yeah, just the movie, but the show wasn't interesting. The
show was good. I like the show. Actually, just the whole series. That was news. I meant to tell you, Pete. The whole series just went on Blu-ray.
Did they?
Just went on Blu-ray maybe 2 days ago. Don't know why it slipped my mind till just now. So there you go. Sorry, but it just got to Blu-ray. The whole series.
You don't actually have to see the movie. See the TV show, not the movie.
No, you'd be fine. Yeah.
Yeah.
The Dracula thing was not good. All right, one more animated. Soul of the Dragon.
This one I did not see, so I can't really.
That guy too from what's his called?
What's that? That's the dude from Grimm.
Oh, Grimm. Yeah.
That ABC show where they was hunting like.
I didn't see this one.
Yeah, but I didn't see this one, so I can't. Really
I have, but I'm gonna reserve comment. I wasn't a fan of the movie. I think
you're the only one who can. You've seen it.
I don't think the movie was good. I think it was. See, when he originally had the Batman Ninja, I was like, "Is that this one?" But then I saw this one, and I saw it before. It wasn't. He's not a.
It was okay. I mean, honestly, it was.
It's kind of
like a Bruce Lee one, right?
I mean, sometimes you feel
it was just. I don't know. I think that's why I'm excited for Bruce Timm to go back into his wheelhouse. I think he's had a little more power creatively to do things that he's wanted to do, but weren't the best ideas. But it's because of Bruce Timm. You know, you look at Batman and Harley Quinn. You look at this.
The Batman was just like in this one. The Batman, he was just bland.
Yeah, but the whole movie wasn't good. The movie wasn't good to me, and he was just kind of there.
He was bland. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I mean. So, like, I would put him as a D personally.
Yeah, fair enough. Put him D.
Trash, you got to stand out. I got to remember you for trash. Man, the comics are fun. They always do a decent job on the covers. It's the rest of the stuff that's interesting. But I agree with you.
All right. Put him in D.
That's fine. Again, I didn't see it, so I can't really vote on that one. I had to abstain.
I can't believe that.
All these are S tier right here. Well, one got to go.
0 trash.
All right. This guy's a B.
This is probably the worst overall cast.
Are you kidding me?
No.
Oh, overall, yeah.
Yeah, Batman was bad in this. Actually,
no,
Robin
he wasn't. But are you?
I think this movie ruined Robin's career.
Robin was horrific.
What are you talking? He didn't ruin his career. He had a
career before that.
He went NCIS, whatever.
He was on that.
Los Angeles.
Yeah, he was on the NCIS for like 12 years.
Yeah. This
hashtag straight to TV. But
yeah, he was supposed to be a movie star after this.
That's what everybody does.
No, now they do it. At this era, he was supposed to be a movie star, and he was previous to this. After this movie.
No, what do you count the one where what was that the dating movie where he had like all the brides rushing at him or whatever?
No.
He was the hot guy in Hollywood. He was going to be the it boy.
Listen.
I can't even think of anything else he was in.
Bro, Pete. I know you like him, Pete, but he got him and who was Batgirl and Batman and Robin. Like Alicia Silverstone got a lot more.
I don't like him. No, I'm saying he was good where he ended up on TV. Him and LL was a good team for television.
But this movie was a
he was
show
supposed to be a movie star. He was supposed to be like The Rock, and he turned
into movie was like
he wasn't.
This movie
talking about Batman anyway.
I think Val
Val Kilmer is Batman.
Yeah,
B.
so about
I'm with Corban. B.
I agree. Yeah, it feels like
A
it too.
B.
B.
He was solid as he was. JJ B's. You have 2 B's right now. He was solid as Bruce Wayne. He was solid as Bruce Wayne. Yes, he was. You're overstating.
I know you love him, Corbin, but I'm telling you,
Pete. All right, I got JJ.
Close your eyes. Close your eyes. Remember this scene.
Wow.
Close your eyes. Remember this scene. The flying Graysons at the top of the trapeze.
We're not talking about Robin. We're talking about Batman. I see because Batman crash and burn ice.
I am Batman. Trying to yell over the crowd.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I forgot about that.
See it up because you're getting a lot easier. This is trash.
Bad acting. We went over this before.
JJ.
Dialogue or bad acting?
Well, what is it? I say B. I'll take a C though.
I love Val Kilmer, but you're never going to call him a good actor.
As Batman?
What?
I'll take him over Jensen.
Get right out of town, son.
Fine.
Val
Kilmer's an excellent actor.
St. Joe's or whatever he was in, he was really great there. What was he really good in? He's good. Yeah, Genius. The one movie he was good in. Yeah.
Tombstone. Come on.
Tombstone, the movie that he should have won a freaking Oscar for, but was robbed.
2 movies out of 10. I'll give you that.
All right. Well, C is fine. I'm not mad at it.
With the Robert Downey Jr.
Kiss Kiss Bang Bang was a great one.
Kiss Kiss Bang
Bang. That was solid. Yeah, that was solid. He
wasn't the best
Heat.
part.
Yes, he was also great in Heat.
He wasn't
he's not a good actor at all. He's just a really good movie.
Every movie. Have you noticed that every movie that you've named so far, it's a whole cast? Like he never does anything by himself. It has to have a bunch of other dudes around him.
Movies have casts. That's how they work.
Some actors play a better role.
He had a bunch of actors. All those movies. It's never about him. He's never the star of.
Outside of Trees Lounge, I don't want to see Steve Buscemi leading a role, but I love him as an actor in the roles that he plays.
True.
But Trees Lounge, he was a lead.
Pete, I just realized we don't have the Batman from the New Frontier.
Well, he was the lead in Batman, and he wasn't good. So there you go.
The Batman.
I know I missed the animated guys. I know I missed.
No, it's fine. I just remembered because the Batman from the New Frontier, man, he had one line with Martian Manhunter. That was like GOAT Batman. Oh, this was good. So I'm not gonna lie.
Peter Weller.
I was not a fan at first of knowing the voice. You know, what is it called? What did he say with a RoboCop line? Doesn't matter. Sheesh, I can't remember now.
Dead or alive? You're coming with me.
Dead or alive? Exactly. You're coming with me. But like as Batman, he did a good job. Like he had that line where he's like, this is an operating table, and I'm the surgeon. Like there was some lines that he did. Obviously, the movies were like the comic pages or the storyboards for it. But when you think about a 55-year-old Batman, I wanted Kevin Conroy, but like Peter Weller does a good job and is distinguished enough.
Yeah, he's got that nice.
Yeah, I give it a B.
I give him B too.
Yeah, I'm there. I like Weller in this.
Yeah.
Again, I hated the animation, but I like the. The film for the most part.
I love that Joker back in the final fight though too in the Tunnel of Love. So good.
I know this might be a hot take for a lot of people. I'm not that huge a fan of The Dark Knight Returns. It's all right, but it's
not my favorite book.
It's not my favorite.
It's Reach. I also have the noir one as well. This is my thing, but I get you.
It just isn't. I don't know. Just whatever. I'm like I don't know. Just Frank Miller.
Isn't he also like a history professor or something?
Who?
Isn't Peter Weller also like a history professor?
Oh, in real life? I mean,
Peter Weller.
I don't know.
I think so.
I wouldn't be surprised.
He was good as Mr. Yang on Psych.
All right.
One of the bad.
Next up, we're going to go animate.
Did you say B or C? Where do we have?
B.
B for Weller. Okay.
Yeah, B.
B for Weller.
Justice League War.
3 movies, 2 animateds left.
Yeah, he did. I think he was the Batman for most of those, though. Like he did it for Batman Hush. I thought. No, he didn't. I'm trying to think who was the Batman for. Yeah, in Batman Justice League War, he was okay. I think C. Yeah, like I remember it because I remember when he was revealing his identities and everything, but like he wasn't like.
Everybody sounds the same in Justice League War, though.
Huh?
Everybody sound the same in Justice League War.
A little bit. I'm trying to think of the cast. Who else was in that?
I mean, one? Between hit. Yeah. No, I put it at C.
I just think, I mean, I remember it, but it wasn't like enough to. I don't know. It didn't do anything for me.
Yeah, he's not a stand. I will admit that he's not a stand.
There you go. Exactly.
Arguing over B and C It doesn't matter.
Christian Bale, C, D at best.
I'd say C.
One of the worst.
I agree.
What?
What does he say? Want to become famous? Somebody.
Wait, you guys you're arguing he's one of the worst.
Well, let me. I'm kidding about him being one of the worst, but I think he's more like a C kind of guy. Where the chat's going?
We might have to get rid of Twitch. We can't ban Twitch comments in here, and somebody's trying to.
But like, also, I'm gonna take myself out of it because I did not like Dark Knight as much as everyone else did.
I am Batman. Batman. Dude, the reason why Roy Nett's character in Lego Batman so good is because he spends about 1/3 of the time making fun of Bale's character.
It's what we do that matters.
I try to talk, just lower my voice.
I know you can make fun of the voice, but still,
you can't take over Gotham without.
Besides the voice.
Besides
take the voice out of it, because we've already said. Wait! Before anybody else interjects, we've already said directorial decisions and stuff like that are not held against the actor.
But the voice
was that the actor's choice? Was that the director's choice?
No. Okay, your voice does. How you deliver the line does. How his movement is. I mean, I made the argument for how you deliver the line earlier, and you said it was fine. I actually like Affleck. I actually like how he delivered that line. I mean, the one thing about that was it was 3 words you couldn't deliver it any other way. He had 3 movies and none of it. What did he deliver good in those movies?
What's an iconic line for him?
I'm coming for you. I am Batman. I'm dark. Ooh, I'm Bruce Wayne, not Batman.
All right. I'll put it like this: you cannot put Bale any worse than Affleck. So he's got to be a B.
Absolutely can't put him.
I'm fine with a B. That's all I'm arguing.
I actually am also fine with a B. For me, he was Batman. Like, I don't have anything against him. I know that I'm not arguing too much for or against because I was not a big fan of The Dark Knight, and I was like obviously the shining Batman movie. So I know that I'm going against the grain, so I want to take that in consideration. But yeah, I agree. I think he was okay. If you take away the voice, you have an okay Batman, you have an okay Bruce Wayne.
You don't have an okay Bruce Wayne. You have a terrible Bruce Wayne.
You have a terrible Bruce Wayne, okay Batman. Like, you don't have anything great.
Bruce Wayne's fine.
I mean, his Bruce Wayne was. I thought he was okay. His Bruce Wayne was Bruce Wayne, and his Batman was Batman. But like, nothing was like great. So B. I mean,
Bruce Wayne like a millionaire playboy who doesn't care.
I honestly think if you take most of the actors and put them in, like the script on that, I think was really good. I think
as long as we're taking Dark Knight Rises out of the equation, because that just didn't.
Now we're cutting movies out.
They portrayed.
Now we gotta cut the movies out.
Bruce Wayne and Batman, and that was like, wait, what? He just became a recluse and just decided he's not doing shit.
I mean, again, like Jay just said, it's more direct. Like, I get you. That goes into. Here's my thing. I agree with you. My thing is, even when he was playing a Batman who had been beaten up and older, he didn't even do it for me then. You know what I mean? He was just the same guy. Just now he walked with a cane. And
yeah, what I'm saying is, like, you could have replaced him. You could have replaced him with a lot of people, and I think
that exactly. So
just as good or better.
Yeah, I could look at Ben Affleck and look at him. I couldn't look at Val Kilmer and look at him. I'm kidding. B sounds good to me.
Well, the chat says C at highest.
Wow. Well,
he was can we at least give him? He was the one Batman that was actually jacked.
Yeah,
like he got himself into. Batman.
Yeah, no, he definitely did. The cave was cool.
Yeah. I think it's garbage. CB for sticks.
I mean, also, I don't think you have the Batman that we have now without having Christian Bale kind of
screw it up
in that like trendsetter role. You know,
so
he was the bridge.
Gave us the first
He was the bridge between.
Best Batman of all time. Michael Keaton. S tier.
What are you saying, JJ? We cut you off. I'm sorry. Wow.
I'd say he gave you kind of the first Batman role that involved a lot of physicality too. So you got to give him a little bit of credit for that.
But he was stiff doing it. It wasn't. Go back and watch it, guys. You need to go back and watch that.
I actually just watched The Dark Knight Rises yesterday.
Yeah, he doesn't look like he could beat anybody up. He's good at getting his ass kicked a lot. He's really good at turtling. He's good at turtling.
Remember everything you were saying right now.
He had decent fight scenes, and compare that to Michael Keaton. He was way better.
That's what I'm saying. Everything
good
you
at turtling.
Right now, and now
Michael Keaton swirled around with his
Michael Keaton couldn't move his neck.
Exactly, and it showed.
The costume issue.
Oh! Now, I mean, I'm just saying he didn't look like he was trying though. Like he looked like he was just.
I think you gotta go back and watch that. He turtled a lot. The best part he did was turtle. The best part Bale did was turtle.
No, Bale had some good punch combos.
Oh, he didn't. It was. I've seen better backyard mud wrestling throw better punches.
I'm gonna bring on Christian Bale for a Krav Maga demonstration. We'll see.
Yeah. I'm just saying, before you take that route of trying to dress down,
you can't talk
physicality as you talk up Michael Keaton as being the best Batman. Not that I'm
the best
saying
ever. I don't care. Nostalgia wins. Best ever.
I'm just saying.
Best ever. No argument.
What we're doing made no sense.
I say A. What I say A.
You could actually deliver lines for one.
I think S for Keaton.
Turtle.
You think S for Keaton?
S. Keaton. S.
I think we're just giving S for
Keaton. You got to put somebody up there.
That's what
I only got one of
like we're giving him an S because we got to give somebody an S.
It doesn't matter. The chat's gonna give it S anyways.
Huh?
The chat's gonna give it S anyways.
Well, then he gets S.
If he was in the rest of the movies, because look, I know you're making fun of him because of the stiffness, but if you think about that era of action, it wasn't out of realm.
Quirky as Bruce Wayne too. He was just odd. Rewatch both Batman Returns again. Like he was just odd. Like he wasn't but he was just weird. Like 100% just weird. But with that being said, I get it.
For kid, he'd be a weirdo. Yes.
No. He was just weird. Straight up.
Unpopular opinion. All of Batman Returns was weird.
Yeah, actually, 100%.
Batman Returns is like the weirdest Batman movie.
Yeah,
Batman Returns, I just not a fan at all.
Yeah,
do you remember Keaton did Batman Returns and then goes, if I have to do one more of these garbage movies, I'm out because that thing was so bad. His first one he loved. The second one he was like, this is shit.
Batman Returns was rough.
Catwoman wasn't, but
put him in S. Let's go.
Yeah.
All right, what do I got? Animated.
Another S.
Yeah, I'm not even going to argue.
I will accept no substitutions.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. That's him.
That's why when you early on.
That's why I said we had two S's up there.
Yeah, okay. I was looking through the movie guys, and I was like, "There's no two S's in the movie."
No, I wasn't thinking two movies. I knew it was one and one for me.
No, I'm not arguing that.
Master of Phantasm is gold. All right,
and that's the thing. If we're only judging on the movies, you can't even give them the whole series. But even Mask of the Phantasm,
still
great.
This is another guy we can't. I mean.
All right, here's a question. Where do you think he'll be?
You and Corban, because
Ronnie thinks he's gonna be.
If I had to put him up on it right now, it'd be an A. He was a really good Batman. Like I really enjoyed his Batman. Am I gonna look at him right next to, Conroy and Keaton? No. But I'm going to give Pattinson some credit. I was really down on him with the Twilight thing and the brooding and everything. But as Batman, he does a slightly different job. He's more brooding as Bruce Wayne than he is Batman. Batman, he's a detective. He's almost like a private investigator that just shows up. And of all the Batman, he has the best working relationship with Gordon. So I would say A.
Sounds fair. Put me in.
I'm intrigued, and I want to see it. I haven't seen it yet, so
I think you'll like it. Like, again, I was really expecting him to be like the entire movie just down, and he wasn't that. Razor smart with the great detective for the most part until the very end. Like, let me stop talking. Point being, very good, very good. I
wonder if anyone else in the chat aside from Ronnie, who gave him an S, be able to weigh in.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. JJ, when are you seeing it?
I'll probably see it this weekend.
Oh, cool.
Saturday.
Yeah, I'm gonna try as well, but I don't know.
Yeah, Pete, I hope you do. I mean, I'm seeing it again tomorrow with the friend. Just because it comes out and we already have tickets. But
I'll be honest, I was waiting for HBO Max for like a week ago when I started seeing the early reviews. I was like,
I get you. I wasn't going to wait until HBO Max, but I was going to wait like a week or two, And then, honestly, I just got lucky. The fan thing opened up and I was like, why not, And then once I saw it, now see, I already am going to see it again. If it was only a one-time movie, I'd be like, once is good. But I'm actually looking forward to seeing it tomorrow.
But did you guys see AMC is actually charging more for Batman than they are the other movies that they're showing? They're trying it out. Like, apparently they do this already in Europe. But now they're trying it in the US where they're going to upcharge
that's bull.
The popular movies.
All right, comments are fun. I want to hear what you have to say next week. That's bull. I don't like that at all. I mean, I'll still pay, though. I guess they win that way. Or a bootleg it. I don't know. I haven't ever bootlegged anything before.
I'm not always late.
I go with old people anyways. I go during the matinees. So
there you go.
All right. That looks like a good list. Put them in A. I got 2 packs of Pokemon.
Hey.
Hold on. I got to figure this out.
I'll add it up.
We missed one of my favorites.
Which ones?
Who?
Did anybody watch the Injustice movie?
You know what?
Handsome
That Batman wasn't horrible. No, you're right. I did watch the Justice movie. I did not like
him.
it.
He did a good job.
I didn't like the movie at all, but now that you say that, I did like the Batman.
When Corban said it before, I know I missed the New Frontier, but New Frontier I always think of
the
Green Lantern, David Boring. I always think of Angel Green Lantern.
The only thing I remember the New Frontier is because when Batman meets the Martian Manhunter, and like Martian Manhunter's trying to scare Batman, and the Batman's like, "Listen, like I don't know who you are, where you came from, but like I got a $70,000 piece of kryptonite for the alien from Metropolis. For you, all I need is a $10 or $1 for a book of matches or something." Like the way he says it, all I need is a penny for a book of matches. There you go. And like the way he says it, and then he's just gone. And it's like, damn, like he would do that since he watched when they were fighting the whole thing with fire.
Super. It was just really cool. Make it even though. We had to make it even. Add it up. Add it up.
The movies?
Movies.
Movies.
All right, 10.
Okay, don't forget we're going to open up right after this 2 packs of the
26,
newest.
28.
28.
Wait, 18 for the movies. Because we have 2 trashes for the movie. So we had -10. So 18.
That's a loss then. That's an auto
It's probably going to be a loss. So let's see. 10, 15, 24, 25.
What if you put West?
Animated series.
What if you put West in S? Because I mean, him on the same thing as Pattinson. I mean,
yeah,
the animated wins anyway. It doesn't matter. Animated won.
Yeah, I would still win with it.
Yeah.
All right. Well, there you go.
23 to 20.
I don't think it would matter.
Yeah.
Next week we're going back to X-Men. We're going to X-Men next week. Just so you know.
Honestly,
animated wins.
I can't wait till I see the Pattinson. I really want to.
All right. Here. I got a deck.
Blame Clooney.
Do a quick deck together to see what we could try to pull.
We're going to try to pull Rainbow Rare Charizard. It's about a $275 card. Charizard V is a 185 4-ish. $100 card for Gold Vestra. What else do we have here? The Ace Card V alternate art is about a $90 card. I try not to do anything under $50. The Umbron VMAX and the Vistar are both around $55.
What you hope to get.
Gold, yeah. This is what. Well, no, these are kind of the average. I went to a site that did the average. Gold Gomorian is around a $50 card, and then there is a trainer. Now we're only open 2 packs. I gave the rest of the case to the kids, so it is what it is. I'll pick up another case today. I'll go see Jody. It was the end of the show, and I just wanted to get out of it. So here we go. Here are 2 packs. Should we open Charizard first, or should we open up whatever this other character is?
Charizard.
Charizard it is. All right.
We are opening Charizard. This won't take long because we are approaching the... Try to keep these so...
While you do that, Cedric Diggory killed by Voldemort, resurrected by DC Films. We will see if it's his second death or if he places a Horcrux. And I'm not sure if Adam West was the Super Friends Batman, but I do know Adam West did do
an animated Batman.
He did do an animated Batman 66 animated.
Yeah,
ooh,
66.
So this is interesting. They gave you a new. I'm not doing that because I don't want them because I use the codes for my kids. But they give you a new code card.
He also guest starred as Batman on The Simpsons once.
I actually don't know where the hit is on this either. So
wasn't he the Scooby-Doo Batman?
West?
Probably.
I think Adam West was Scooby-Doo Batman. I think they use their voice.
Like animated is so much better. 2 week?
I don't know what those are.
Pill up. These are all just basic cards. I'm trying to find where the hit is, but oh wow, that's where.
I'm about to say, shouldn't there be a hollow?
There is. It is. So 1, 2. I'll put it on the bottom. There's a energy. There's an Ultra Ball. There is a Crawdnet. The trainer is Magna Bassin. And then here we go for...
You're speaking Greek to me. I don't know what any of that
means. Another one here. Not the best, but Pinlup. Everybody loves Pinlup. And then here's the reverse. Is our big hit, which is not a big hit. Okay. We only got 1 more pack. We're only doing 2 this week. We'll try to get some more cards next week for something. By the way... There's a guy named Norman Nolan. Pete, how did it go with your sale for the for that card that we?
I sold the Cosmic Ghost Rider card Again, when we looked it up, it was like $115 at auction that one sold for, and then I sold mine for $125. So I took those proceeds and I bought another box, which we will open next week.
Yeah.
There we go. So I don't have to buy anything for next week's opening. What did I say it was? It is. Did I say it was 4?
I'm going old school. I'm trying to make a set. Who does that anymore? Nobody makes sets. They just want parallels and sign cards and the scratch offs. I'm going to make a set.
Make an insert set.
Oh, your Galaxy cards? You only need a couple.
Yeah, I like making sets of the inserts if I can.
This is a weird set. I don't know about this set. Hunting gloves.
What are those gloves?
Is this the set that the
new set?
Is this the set that the new game is going to be based off of? No.
Brilliant Star.
Usually, Switch game.
No idea what these are.
They're just cards. You just wait for the last two.
But like you said, is this a newer?
Somebody asked for last week, so I brought them out here. I don't know. Maybe on it. Starro from
Starro,
DC.
Yeah.
Shiny.
Shiny.
Yeah, reverse shiny. And then the last one is a reverse Hitchama. So we did not get any winners out of that.
There's something shining.
Yeah, but that doesn't matter that they shine. All right, no winners out of that.
It's weird.
Sparkly.
But I pulled.
It's odd. Despite decades of playing video games, like Pokemon is one like collectible card game I know probably like the least about. It's weird.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think before. All right, so there we go. Those will go into the random pile with the rest of my kids' cards, and they'll be happy. And then we got nothing. Boo, 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 boo. We know $120 cards. So that's what you get. There you go, folks.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I sold my brother's Pokemon cards at my dad's request before they jumped. Like there was a time where it was like, yeah, people collected them. They were worth a little bit, and then there was a time where, oh shit, like these are something. I sold them before that oh shit moment, and I feel bad.
Like
many parents who've sold them in garage sales or something.
Yeah, because it was handed down to me
on here to do something with him one of these days. Make sure you subbing. Make sure you're hitting the like button. Make sure you're telling your friends. We're close to 1,500 subs. We get there, of course, we'll have a giveaway. We're talking about doing box giveaways. Actually, we didn't even tell you about it. Me and JJ. Also, check out Star Wars this week. We're having our second part. We're working hard on the High Republic. I'm actually going to review it because we missed a couple last week, so we're going to edit it out this week and do a little bit more add-ons. We missed Crash.
What out? Yeah, what are you talking about?
We missed Crash and her crew.
I know.
Crash.
So and then we missed 2 old people. Then Way Seekers is all upset about it because whatever. All right, so that's it. That's all I got.
They weren't in the Galactic Bake-Off, were they? They weren't in that Galactic Bake-Off book, were they?
Yes, they were.
Yes, they were.
We missed the Bake-Off.
I didn't include everybody though. Yeah, blindly how long that would take.
So we'll add the specials to all the Marvel Run because the Marvel Run ended today. I hope you guys picked up Eye of Storm. It was what we kind of hinted it was going to be. By the way, both of them. We're also going to work with somebody because, like, once again, it's not just because the series ends doesn't mean that it's low print run. Series that are scheduled to end that have A, B, and 1 in 25s are typically still pretty darn popular and not that low of print run. But maybe that will be
there's a difference of a scheduled ending, and to your point, we're just canceling this, and the story never finished.
Go back and watch that video when you see the one with the Punisher. That was a series that ended. There actually was a low print run. I mean, we're talking like 3,000 low print run. There was no 1 in 25 for that. Like, you know what I mean?
You're talking about the Armory? Well, yeah, the Armory's just kind of dwindled. Those weren't heavily printed.
I understand, but that's what like low print run is like 3,000. Low print run is not.
There was a 1 in 20. To be fair, there was a 1 in 25 for every issue, but yeah, I get what you're saying.
Yeah, there's also B cover.
The current stuff. Yeah, but that's the difference. Like the difference.
No, it slows down. When it starts slowing down, they'll still pull 1 in 25s off.
But it's still not the same. Like the old days, like Ghost Rider ended. They had to finish the storyline a decade later because it just ended because they stopped printing Ghost Rider. What was it, 93? And then they said,
94, like 7 years after
that. We'll grab some other people too on this, and we'll all talk about it. Like I said, maybe we'll have Ronnie on, and maybe we'll have some other people that want to talk about print runs because I think the buzzwords. Maybe we'll talk. Maybe it'll be buzzwords in comics. Maybe we'll do a little side like. Because I heard two people that I know pretty well and I like, but yeah, they were saying
I'll start with that. Jedi, I think, was trying to poke me with the banger thing.
Make sure you check it out. Oh, like the ones that I hate is like low print run relative to what? Because if the start of the series is giving you 40.
Sorry.
Go ahead, hit it.
Oh,
no, you were talking. My finger acted independent of my brain.
What was the other one? There's another one that annoys me too. What was
you
it?
Don't like hard to find or rare? Or...
Oh yeah,
hard to find.
Ghost. Dude, I saw somebody put.
Hey now, hey.
No, chasing. This is. I've talked to Peter. We've seen it. And I can question some of the ghosts really. But if you could go on the internet and you see in 1 week after you put it up, you see 100 of the books up for sale. That's not rare.
No,
it's not worth shit. That's why you don't see it on the eBays. Go into a dollar bin, you'll probably find that shit everywhere. If it's a second print of a book that has a 50 print, 50, it goes up to number 50, and there's, I mean, it's a second print, main title starting on 2016 and above, 2015 really and above. That's not rare. That's not a ghost. You know where it is? It's in the back of some guy's comic book shop in the other, can we box these up in mystery bullshit boxes and sell them for $50 a piece? That's where it is. It's because it's not worth shit. And the difference between a ghost and not worth shit, because I hear it all the time. Dude, I heard it this weekend a ton. They're like, that book's a ghost. I was like, we have 7 of them. How big of a ghost? It's here. You could buy all 7. Buy them. They're not ghosts.
There's a point where it's so rare it's worthless. Like it's not worth anything because it's so.
No, that's a difference.
Like,
rare
to
worth
no value
is different. Yeah,
because I think people sometimes confuse availability with it being a ghost. It's just, you know what? Nobody's just trying to sell that book because they tried for 4 years and nobody bought it for a quarter of ratio. So now they just stopped trying. Doesn't mean they don't still have it. They do.
I think we should have Ronnie on this because he could tell you. Because, like I said, his family is his family was 3rd generation comic store owners. Like this shit isn't like, I love it because when people show me stuff, they're like, yeah, I'm like, yeah, of course you found a whole box of them because it's not.
So even the term rare. The term rare is a term that's thrown around too. Like, oh, here's Ewoks #1. It's rare. Like, no,
it's a rare newsstand.
Hundreds of thousands of them.
Rare newsstand. Also not a rare newsstand.
A rare newsstand. Like Star Wars 1, rare newsstand variant.
This one was supposed to be low print run and rare. I went to 5 comic book stores. Well, remember, I got 2 of these the first week it came out. So that was 2 comic book stores. I went to 3 other comic book stores. I just went to another comic book store yesterday or today and picked this up. That's not a low print run rare book. If you can just go into a comic book store, and by the way, this is from a small comic book store. This is from a comic book store that like 25 was probably the max they ordered on this. You know what I mean?
That doesn't pull them and sell money.
No,
yeah,
but
they
no, they don't.
Exactly. Nobody called.
Well, I don't think they knew because it wasn't. Nobody wanted it. But that was the problem at that time. If you were, and by the way, I got it for 20, which is why I paid for all of them. Nobody wanted that book 4 weeks ago. I don't know. An app hits it, and then all of a sudden, everybody says super rare low print because that's exactly what happened. Somebody's like, those are super rare low print. Sell them. So I sold 3, and then I went and picked up another one because it's not super. I mean, that's like, come on, let's stop lying, dude. Don't get the FOMO, man. You got to know.
We got another 10 out of 10.
Don't get
that. Super.
Just don't get FOMO. Just
all around.
Yeah, don't get FOMO. Maybe we'll do a series on it. All right, enough of the rants. Let's go. It's out of here.
All right, fine. We'll see you guys next week.
See you guys later. We'll see you on Sunday.
Forever.
And not Batman Forever.
No. Leave that Kilmer business at the door.
Hey, get us out of here, Pete.
Oh, that was the end. Darn it.
Pete,